भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की
जय
भारत माता की
जय
भारत माता की
जय
Guys, let's get started. 10 seconds. All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to ASIRT Techday 135. I have the privilege of talking about ASIRT for the next few minutes. Introducing ASIRT today in 2026 is all about celebrating our success. We all know how we started. And today, where is ASIRT? So, in fact, before I start, I want to play a small video introducing ASIRT. So, all the newcomers in the room, the sponsors, new members, I'm sure this 3-4 minute video would help you understand the story behind ASIRT.
It is 2012. The IT industry was seeing bloodbath in the IT system integrator space. Partners were reeling under intense competition, reckless price cutting, and competition from large format retailers. Companies were forced to shut down or continue with dismal financials. ASIRT was formed to uplift the system integrator space, educate and bring sanctity in the IT marketplace. In just a span of 1 to 2 years, ASIRT started doing phenomenal work and was noticed across the country for its industry-changing initiatives. Today, in the heart of Mumbai, where innovation meets ambition, ASIRT is a powerful force, which has molded the IT industry in Mumbai into a winning team of over 250-plus companies who partner, network, and win together. For system builders, integrators, and retailers, ASIRT isn't just an association, it's a launchpad. We are a community built on collaboration, where ideas spark, partnerships flourish, and businesses thrive. Imagine a space where the brightest minds connect, share insights, and elevate their craft, where challenges transform into opportunities, and every success is a shared victory. From cutting-edge workshops to unparalleled networking, ASIRT empowers you to lead, innovate, and grow. Today, ASIRT is proud to have given birth to countless successful partnerships. We are the collective strength, the guiding vision, the very synergy that drives our industry forward. Tech Days. Our monthly member seminars. ASIRT Tech Days are the longest-running business seminars amongst all IT associations. This provides an unparalleled platform for knowledge sharing, networking, and fostering valuable partnerships. Tech Days include technology sessions by sponsors, evolved speakers for enriching members, networking opportunities, and panel discussions. ACPL, ASIRT Cricket Premier League. Cricket is the bond that brings the entire industry together. ACPL is not just about winning, it's about coming together to celebrate the spirit of cricket and the vibrant community that makes our association special. From thrilling matches to cheering on teammates, the event is a larger-than-life celebration of sportsmanship and community. ASIRT Synergy, Annual Business Conference. This is ASIRT's premier business conference every year. Join industry leaders and innovators for an immersive experience blending insight, strategy, and connection. From thought-provoking keynotes to tailored networking, every moment is designed to inspire progress. This event offers the perfect mix of business and rejuvenation. ASIRT Consortiums. Consortiums has been one of the biggest game changers in the history of the IT channels. In 2015, ASIRT formed consortiums amongst its members to pitch for complementing business. Each consortium could be 30-plus members. The ASIRT consortiums are a testament to the power of collaboration and collective strength. Consortium members who come together to leverage each other's expertise and geographical reach. This initiative has become ASIRT's most important and impactful endeavor, transforming the way our members approach business challenges and opportunities. Revolutionizing competition. With the advent of consortiums, competing is an old story. The mantra now is winning it together. ASIRT consortiums empower members to harness mutual strengths and reach to offer comprehensive solutions to their customers. This collaborative approach not only enhances individual capabilities, but also broadens the scope of potential business ventures. Since its inception, ASIRT has done groundbreaking initiatives and gone to create the country's best ecosystem of system integrators. A strong family of bonded business owners. Ensure that your business is always a part of the ASIRT family. AI brings a lot of opportunities and possibilities for all of us. ASIRT will continue to help its members understand, implement, and build AI-enabled business solutions through its various initiatives. Remember, ASIRT is your ultimate platform for partnering, progress, and evolve into a next-gen company.
All right. So that was a brief synopsis of what ASIRT is today in 2026. So guys, we complete 14 years next month, and our scorecard today, as we stand today, we've been here for now, like I said, 14 years next month, and we have 270 plus members. And every year, kind of every month, we are meeting more than 10 times a year. So this is our 135th Tech Day, and cumulatively the total turnover of our member base is, quite so much that today we are a big power force in the IT industry. And I'll talk about consortiums a bit later. So this is on a macro level. This is where we stand. And today our 270 members, when we started, most people were into system integration and, a bit of box selling. Today, our members are across a wide spectrum of services and offerings. So, right from system integration to cloud to services and all kind of, specialized niche areas in IT, our members are kind of doing this. So, this makes us a complete marketplace for all of us, for all of our business, and that's a big advantage. So, wide spectrum of colors represent all that we do. All right, and so throughout the year, we do a lot of activities. This is ideally to kind of focus on building relationships, business relationships, and a lot of bonding between our members. Today we have sponsors. So these events are meant to ensure that, our members have all the opportunities to showcase their own business, learn from their peers, and of course learn from the invited sponsors and speakers as well. So you have tech days like today, you have an annual conference which is Synergy, and we have a lot of coaching over the years. Could be business coaching, could be life coaching, could be more than that. And then you have cricket, you have social events, so there is a wide plethora of events that we keep doing throughout the year. And over the years, we only got our story to be better. So we've divided our members into consortiums of about 30 plus members each consortium. So these 30 members kind of work closely. They are again a spectrum of businesses, try to go jointly for business leads and win business together. All right. These consortiums are smaller teams within ASIRT. So you have 8 consortiums today. And we obviously hope to continue this momentum, and this is what kind of helps you grounded and connected to the rest of the community. All right. So this is kind of a new logo that I just devised for consortiums. All right, so these are the 8 consortiums. I have listed down the names and the captain names. If any of you in the room who is a new member and not part of any consortium, do talk to us after the event and we will place you in a consortium which is near your business place. All right, so for consortiums, I guess there are successful consortiums and not so happening consortiums. Guys, my advice to all the consortium members and captains is that, meeting often breaks the ice. Meeting often means that you learn about other people's businesses and get to know where you can connect. There is always a middle ground for people with complementing businesses to work together. So meetings is very important. And then kind of, you get into knowing each other. You can always partner for projects, for specific areas. And again, consortiums mean learning from each other, business processes, business know-how and so on. All right, so with ASIRT now completing 14 years, I thought we should put this slide on the screen. So, where is ASIRT headed? I'm sure we've grown from 0 to 270 plus members today. And we are hoping that in the next few years, we have a wider spectrum, a larger number of members, probably 300 to 400 members by 2030. And we would focus on next gen learning opportunities for our members. We already started doing few things. So, trainings, coaching on AI, and 2 things. One is how can you use AI for your own business? And next is what can you do with AI to kind of get more business opportunities? All right, so these are the things that we want to get started with. And of course, with all the events that we do, the primary aim is to build trust in the member base because that is kind of the ground on which all our relationships stand. All right, and with ASIRT, like today, you're going to meet a new set of sponsors today. This is a first-hand one-to-one connect with key people from the sponsor companies, helps you to, forge new business connections and kind of see if you can open up some new bridges with sponsors and, speakers. All right, now being a ASIRT member has its advantages. All of us have some niche, some strengths that you want to showcase to the rest of the members. All right, so that you can stand on stage and, showcase your business in front of the community. All right, so you have very, very, very limited slots available, but we have sponsorships for Tech Day starting at just 10,000 rupees for only members. All right, I mean, other sponsors pay a lot more. And then on the annual conference, also there are discounted rates for members. And you have sponsorships available for other social and cricket events as well, where you can actually put your business in the limelight. All right, so today we have Anil who's here from the media. So ASIRT partners with a lot of media houses. The idea is to reach out to the whole country and talk about what we are doing. All right, and kind of give the right messaging to partners like you in Mumbai and around Mumbai about what ASIRT is doing. So these connections really help us to further our messages. All right, so these are now a few slides where I've just put some of the links that most of you might know, but we are present and very active on all the social media channels. We have WhatsApp groups. You are probably part of all of these or a few of these. So you have the announcements only, the business, social, sports, and consortiums. So these are our WhatsApp groups. Important mail IDs. And just for the new people and the sponsors in the room, I think you should know that ASIRT is largely about end customer facing business owners. Full stop. All right, ASIRT was founded for system integrators, could be software, hardware, cloud, services, anything. All right, so that is your fellow members. And then you have corporate patrons, which could be sponsors, distributors, large business houses, and you have distributor patrons as well. So these are the 3 categories of members we have. While fellow members have voting and rights to be on the board, the other 2 are more there to connect with us. All right. So these are the distributor patrons that we have on board today. So quite a few. We limit the quantum of distributor members to a certain percentage only. All right. So we largely remain a SI focused association. And these are our corporate patrons as of today: Infoban, Smart Station, Shivi Home, BD Software, and Electronics Bazaar. All right. All right, my biggest slide for you today. Guys, in 14 years, ASIRT has done one big thing. The magic of ASIRT. Today, tell me, I'm sure all of you would agree, ASIRT is one platform where you find trusted suppliers, trusted customers, business collaborators, trusted OEMs, trusted friends, and of course, there's a lot of family bonding. How many of you agree with me? Yes. If you agree with me, please stand up. All right, that's a full house. Guys, please clap for yourself. I told you to do this because this is us. The ASIRT magic is all about us. We've now become a large family. So this platform is where you get trusted suppliers, customers, friends, and family. All right, so I thought I had to put this slide. All right, so for all the past board members, this again is a testament to the kind of work that we have done over the years. All right, and very important thing. In all this, the key word is trust. All right, with ASIRT, when you talk to somebody, the first thing that comes to your mind is trust, isn't it? All right, so that's what it is. All right, my last slide for today. Guys, ASIRT has always been, us running the association for you and by you. All right, so it's very clearly all about us, our business interests, and us as people. All right. So this guiding principle has always been there, and we don't get influenced by anything that affects this. All right, with this, I would like to say thank you. And once again, ASIRT completes 14 years, and we are now a large family. We will celebrate next month for sure. And with this, let's get on to the sponsors. I'll call Hiren to introduce the next sponsor on stage. Thank you so much.
So, very nicely explained what ASIRT is, reminding us again one more time that it is us. Now again, I'll call upon Mr. Abhijit Chaudhary from iMin as our first speaker and a sponsor. iMin, he is leading iMin as country manager from last and has 20 years experience into hardware and electronics distribution in enterprise sales. Prior to iMin, he has worked with lots of IT hardware and electronic company. Welcome, Mr. Abhijit. Thank you.
Thank you, Hiran Bhai. So, to begin with, I would like to give thanks to the ASIRT board to give us the opportunity to represent us. In fact, let me tell you, I had attended this ASIRT event before COVID, and I was witness to that famous session from Dabbawala. And let me tell you that that session was amazing. And from that time onwards, like I was thinking of coming here, and I'm very happy to be here again. So to give you a perspective, like I represent a brand called iMin. It's a B2B. We are into B2B business. We make Android-based commercial device, and I represent this brand as a country manager, lead the India and South Asia business. So to begin with, like when we started our Indian business, so our mainstream is more into hospitality and F&B domain. So we work with many SaaS companies, software companies who basically build applications for these kind of segments. That is mostly the QSR or the restaurants kind of things. But now, like from last couple of years, what we are seeing that there is increased adoptions of different sort of Android commercial device, be it a kiosk or a interactive signage or a self-ordering kind of a product. So that's the reason, like we don't want to confine ourselves as only a typical point of sales terminal products, but rather than a commercial device, wherever there is a user touch point is required, we have the products. So based on that understandings, we have specially designed some curated solutions which we can position in different user segment, let's say educations, healthcare, banking, and of course the hospitality or the retail is already there, and that's how our intent is to showcase these curated solutions to you, where we can together we can explore the opportunities. So that's the whole objectives to like come over here. So to begin with, I will just give you a brief introductions of what we are. What are the things we are doing in globally and the Indian market. Maybe you can get it here. And then most importantly, I would like to talk about the different use case we have made. In fact, some of our products are also being displayed here. We have made some live use case solutions, which you can go and explore it. And also we'll show you some, careful. Are you okay, sir? Avinash ji, okay. So as I said, like we be into B2B business. We are the manufacturer of the smart commercial device. So we are a Singapore-based company. Our headquarters is in Singapore, and we have our own manufacturing facility in Malaysia, as in China. So everything is completely in-house. Start from product design, manufacturing, sourcing, everything 100% are completely owned. And then we have presence across all the global markets. So talking about our company journey, let me give you some informations. Like although this company formed in 2018, but our manufacturing expertise goes from last 20 years. So we, prior to iMin, like our founders basically doing the OEM manufacturing to different brands like HP, ELO, ASIR, all such companies. And then when he decided to build his own company, very strategically, he has decided to position iMin only an Android-focused brand. So now, why Android? So if may I ask you, like, what do you think the fundamental difference between Windows and the Android platform? What do you think? Yeah, open source. What else? Mobile friendly. That's correct. So when Android forms, so like when you see the Android, basically the fundamental is mobile first, cloud first technology. So that's what is fundamental is. And then when Android form is predominated for the consumer segments, and then it slowly like started adapting for the small and medium class business pool, because for this so-called small and medium merchants, it's not possible for them to have a very costly Windows systems. So that's the reason over a period of time, Android is slowly getting adapted for the commercial users as well. So that's the reason, in fact, Google just last year, they had celebrated their 10 years anniversary of Google Android platform. So now, today we can proudly say that we are one of the few companies globally in the Android retail market which is even certified by Google. So we are the Google official Android enterprise partner, the gold partners. So that's how our journey begins. Now, when you see that when we started, like we had a very conventional commercial device, the touch terminals, that's how we started. Then we moved to 2021, we bring certain tablet-based products, mobility-based products. Then going forward, we also brought a very trendy products as well. I mean, the product meant for commercial purpose, but it's very beautifully designed, similar like MacBook or iOS. And on top of it, we also bring certain modular factors. So like you can use a device as a mobile, and then there's a lot of detachable attachments. You can put a printer or you can put a scanner. So one product can be remodified for different use case. Then 2023 is a major milestone for us. So from that year onwards, we started positioning our product for the enterprise usage. So like we started bringing in this large size signage. And for those products, we also partner with companies like MediaTek, for example. So these products comes with a very high-end configurations, high-end processors, which is like even comparable with any Windows systems. As in that's how we are observing, like although globally it is quite a mainstream trend, in enterprise also started adapting this kind of device for their commercial usage. So that's how our journey started. So as I said, like it was the last year presentation. So now we have got a gold partner from gold certificate from Google. So why iMin? As I said, like we are the certified Android enterprise partners. You can all our products comes with official GMS ways, which is very safe and secure. We have a localized service and distribution setup. So let me tell you, the Aegis Infoware, Samkit Bhai is our partners, and I'm very fortunate to have them in our business. They are one of our founding partners for the distributions in India. Even for service, I have my colleague Shrikant, who is also based in Mumbai. He is responsible for the technical support. We also have another 3% based in Pune, Bangalore, and Delhi, who supports the India and the global market as well. So we are the global brand giving local supports in every market. And our product designs is like, if you see that, like we have a lot of modular product design. So like it comes with a different form factors and with a modular form factors. And as I said, like we have our R&D, manufacturing and supply chain systems is completely our 100% own. We don't outsource any of our manufacturing process to any third party. So these are certain of our lineup. Like if you see, these are the touch terminals. We have tablet products. Some of our products are also displayed over here. So these are the typical different user market, the industry segment where we cater, talk about hospitality, retail. That's anyways our mainstream segments. Apart from that, we have products for healthcare, logistics, food and beverage, and the other services as well. So we talk about some of the featured products. So this is, if you see, this is a tablet. So this is again a commercial tablet, but this can be modified as a POS also. Like this has got this kind of dock, a detachable dock. So you can mount it on the dock, and then it becomes it's modified as a POS. So you will have a 2-inch printed dock or a 3-inch printed dock. So this is kind of a modular factor these kind of products has. This even has this type of protective cases as well. This is one of our desktop device we have launched. This is again comes with a very high-end configurations with a very reasonable price points. And this has got a different form factors like single screen display, the dual screen display. Then it has got a detachable printer options. It has got a weighing scale options or scanner options. So these kind of detachable accessories what we are providing in this. Then also the mobility device. So like if you are like having any idea about any kind of then track and trace or warehouse management systems kind of use case for like product companies like Honeywell or Zebra. So this mobility based business is now completely moved to Android. So this is what some industry-wise transformations is happening for certain use cases when we talk about Windows versus Android. I'm sorry, I'm going to some different domain. So in that case, so whatever related to mobility usage or whatever related to the user touch point, so those interface is actually rapidly transforming towards Android. So that is what the trend we are observing. Let's example in self-ordering kiosks. So maybe in a retail environments like the Reliance or Tatas of the world, they will continue their billing checkouts in their legacy Windows system. But when there is a requirement for self-ordering or queue busting or any kind of mobility-based usage, in fact, we have given this kind of product to Tata Trent, for example. So they want to have a mobile device having scanning features to do the billing and queue busting on the go. So for this kind of usage, if you see that like it's moving towards Android. So that is where we are forcing the opportunities, that it's not that Android is going to replace Windows. Windows will remain at its place wherever there is a legacy system exists. So the merchant or the users may not change that thing. But Android can play a supplementary role to it. That's what we are forecasting it. No. So I'll tell you, we are basically, we have 3 layers. So one is the products, that is the device. Then the platform is designed by us, the OS is designed by us, and then on top of it, we also give a, that is called, this is called platform. So it's called PaaS, platform as a service. So all this device, this is simply a, if you see that simply a mobile device, an Android device, right? But there is a difference between a normal consumer Android phones or tablet with our device. So it is managed. So we extend a platform to you. You can have a control to it. So through that platform, you can manage the device as per your IT needs. In fact, Google itself also promoting these features for the Android Enterprise feature. It's called Android Enterprise Recommended, AER. Like this product is AER recommended. So when it is AER recommended, so you can impose your IT rules. Now somebody was asking me that if I need to deploy this device to 100 different places. So you don't need to go and deploy this physically. You have your admin account, you can deploy your rules. Okay, I want to give access to these many applications to the users, and based on their profile, they will have this access, and then accordingly, you can manage those devices remotely. So these are the 3 layers what we maintain, and on the GTM side, we work very closely with different SaaS companies, which I spoke about at the beginning. These software companies, so the independent software vendors, so they are mostly design these applications. So one of my partner is here from Pocket Pause. So they are the leading software partners catering to the food and beverage industry. Similar, we have different partner for the retail industry. So we treat them as a core of this business, because they are the soul, we are the body, because they build the applications and we give the shape to that application. So we don't get into that territory, because that is their domain. They make the applications, we give them the hardwares, and then accordingly we would like to partner with you who can implement these things. And now if you see the fundamental difference between the Windows-based ERP systems and these SaaS systems. So now, if you see that all the trend is moving to a SaaS-based applications, right? Now, suppose even today we have OneDrive, right? Or the Microsoft Office application also comes in the SaaS-based model. So the business, the trend is moving towards Android. So the advantage with these kind of SaaS-based applications is basically it's very cost-friendly. Now, suppose if you are opening a restaurant, for example, you don't need to spend 50,000 rupees altogether. Even by paying 4,000 rupees yearly subscription, the user can open their restaurants. Even they can start their restaurant from their mobile phone, which is not possible from in Windows system. So that's the reason, like this trend is moving towards SaaS-based ecosystem. So it's not a one-time cost. It will be a subscription cost, and you pay as you go. Now there are some. Okay, sorry. So there are some US-based companies, like SaaS companies like ToastPOS or SquarePOS. So they give a complete end-to-end solutions that also on a rental base. So they don't charge anything upfront, and everything is integrated. So that is how the Windows versus Android trend is changing. It is for like you can pick and choose as per your requirements. Okay. So again, this is a product talking about for Tata trend. We have given it to them for queue busting purpose. This being used for parking or anything line busting kind of use case requirement. Sorry. So typically, these are the 5 verticals we have: the desktop segments, the tablet segments, the IDS. This we call it as information display systems. So this is completely modular. Wherever you can, based on your use case requirement, you can use it as a kiosk or an interactive signage or a self-ordering systems. Then we have this type of mobile POS, which comes with attached printer. And then lastly, we have this mobile computers, that we call it handheld terminals. This being used for warehouse management systems, track and trace, logistics. Many logistics companies like Swiggy, the Blinkit or Zepto kind of a world, they are using these solutions. All right. So as I said, for the software partners, you see these are the some global names who basically partnered with us. Like if you talk about Deliver Hero or Deliveroo, these are the very Grab in Singapore, Deliver Hero in Germany. So these they are the typical food delivery companies. So I'll tell you, there is another business model exists globally where all these food delivery companies like the Swiggy, Zomato of the world, they give a dedicated mobile device to all their merchants. So they want their data to remain safe, secured. So they don't want a third-party device to be used. So they, like last year, they bought almost 100,000 devices from us. So all this like Talabat, GoTo in Indonesia. So this model is now slowly adapting in India. Like these software companies, they source the device from us and they deploy it as a complete solution. I'll give you some. There is some companies who are catering to corporate cafeterias. So corporate cafeteria is one segment where these kind of solutions is given as a combined solution. So in our business model, this software companies play a very critical role. Then these are some global names. I would like to talk about Domino's, okay? So Domino's is from India. So Domino's is a very interesting example for the Android landscape. So when they reached out to us, I mean, it was a very surprise for me because till now there was no such example of this kind of enterprise is exploring Android. So this journey started 2 years back. When their CTO reached out to us, they have been searching for good suitable Android device and they found us, and that's the engagement started. And you know, when during the course of discussions, we asked them, I mean, Nimish Chaudhary is a CTO, is a very good friend of mine. When we asked him, hey Nimish, what prompted you to think about moving from Windows to Android? He said very funny things. He said, like, you know, in Windows, I mean, everything is localized. Now, for example, if the store person doesn't want to take an online order, he can just simply take out the network cable and say, hey, my machine is not working. And then you have to send the engineer. He will come and test it, everything, and then it will start. So he can play around with the machines as per his own need. Now he said, all my 2,000 outlets is going to be 24/7 is under my rudder. Until unless anything happened to my dedicated lease line, my devices, my all stores is under my control. So it's very easy to use. So that's the reason, like, it started. I mean, very soon. I mean, this project has started last year. In fact, they started with the new stores. Is almost, I think I would say, close to 200 outlets is new Domino's store has onboarded with Android terminals, and now from this quarter itself, from their existing stores are also getting changed to Android platform. So that way, like, it give a major boost to us. Globally, like Burger King, for example, there are many such names. Body Shop, for example. Body Shop is also another example in Indonesia. So they have more than 200 outlets. They had, they have made a in-house Android applications, and then they moved to from Windows to Android platform. Well, this is to our manufacturing facility. The Malaysia facility has come up recently. So in fact, all of our new products are come from Malaysia facility. So we are a Singapore-based company manufactured in Malaysia, and we have planned to do localizations in India as well. As you know, that Government of India is also promoting more of do the localization. So that plan also we have it offering. All right, so that is all about my company profiles and the products what we are doing. So if you guys have any questions, you can. I'm happy to answer it. Otherwise, I'll move to my next segment. Shall I move? Yeah. So now I'll just talk about those curated case studies which we have built. So that is going to be more interesting. Just a second. Okay, yeah. Well, when I'm talking about this corporate cafeterias, so this is one solutions being made by one of our allied partner, Pocket POS. So this company is based in Mumbai only. They have more than 5 years of experience catering to this FMB industry. So you see these kind of products is being used for corporate cafeterias, where all the users will have their own cash cards or NFC based cards, where they can go and place the order on their own, and this the entire process is automated. Now here if you see, these are the facilities being provided, like it is a faster service with reduced wait time, seamless digital payments because all the payment transactions being tracked inside the system itself. Then it has a custom payment integrations options, like if the employees or the students has got their ID cards or NFC based cards, so those are the subsidized based cards can be provided, which is linked with the application. Then it's saved the operation cost, because you don't need a separate cashiers to accept the orders. It's completely automated. It's helped to reduce the cost. It's improved the accuracy in the orders, because there is no misheard orders. User experience has improved because they can also pick and choose their preferred foods. It helps to increase the upselling options. The data analytics is also helping through these applications. This is secured and audited transactions and environment friendly. So this is one area I'll tell you, like in places like JP Morgan, in places like Amazon or in Google, we have deployed our this kind of cafeteria solutions with our applications. Then moving forward in banking also, like we have partnered with one company called GoSelfServe. So they have made some use cases for digital banking solutions. I mean, if any kind of a digital notice board solutions, for example. So if it's an interactive notice board, it can be branch specific promotions, customer education screens, feedback modules. So these can be used with these digital notice boards. This is a device, iMin, the crane device. So this comes with a modular form factor and with different sizes. And if you talk about this kiosk suits is also cloud-based completely. You can manage as per your IT requirements, and you can get all the analytics as well from this suits itself. Then this is another use case we have built for the education segment. So here you see that like now the education campus also need to be provide the real-time wayfinding, real-time communications, or this is like being used as a digital signage softwares, where these devices can be used the touch point for the users. So you see it can be used as a digital notice board. This can be used for interactive campus maps or wayfinding. This can be used for event promotions, feedback services, and the same device. So this can be used for this. So the benefits when you talk about this is give us streamlined communications, real-time updates. It give a improved campus experience. This is the increased engagement for the academia and the students. This give a central website for oversight for all the informations which is being showcased to the students or any prospective parents. This gives the operational efficiencies. Then similar we have made it for the corporate office as well. Like if you see the use case applications, maybe the visitor self check-in, digital receptions, it can be used for using any it can be used as a interactive HRMS or internal portals. So all the HR services, the leave requests, the policy documents can be showcased through these platforms. Then it has got a meeting room displays. These informations can also be displayed through this interface. Employee communications and announcements, the broadcast internal updates, birthday announcement, this kind of things can be propagated. Engagement, and it can be used as a feedback kiosk. And this is completely going to be QR code based. So like from the interface itself, those the company specific informations can be integrated to it. So and I mean the cafeteria or the other facility informations can also be displayed over here. So if you see the suits is going to be the same. I'm not spelling it out. The benefits when talk about this can automate the admin access, admin task. It's improve the communications. It's improve the employee empowerments. It's like give a space optimizations. It give a better data visibility. Then the next is for retails, for example. So these can be used as a interactive product displays for the customers, where they can come and choose the different product size, the features, specs, etc., pricings, for example. The service or the accessories browsing, the care kits, the warranties, promotion campaigns. The promotions campaign can be scheduled as per the timing, or the it can be scheduled as per the special occasions. Feedback collections, stored navigations, loyalty activations. So all these kind of use cases can be managed from here. So these are the benefits, like it give a elevated in-store experience. It can enable the sales ability. It give a better customer insights. It's also improve the operational simplicity, and also it give a future-proof formats. For healthcare also, we had curated the similar kind of interactive solutions. You see, the doctor appointment booking can be managed here. The interactive service explorers like visiting hours, doctor's duty, available service through intuitive touch menu. So this can be managed from this interactive service. Real-time queue status can be accessed, can be managed from this console. The health campaigns and service promos can be communicated through this. The feedback collections can also be done through this. Then moving forward is the benefits when you talk about for healthcare: reduce queue pressures, patients' empowerments can be improved, the dynamic communications can be provided, the feedback automations can be given, and the compliance related informations can also be provided. So as a whole, I mean, like all different kind of use case solutions, the interactive use case solutions can be designed as per the client need. So this is something a very new curated design what we have made. Apart from that, like this can be used for generic your self-ordering or self-service kind of applications as well. So lastly, I would just like to run through some videos where like we have some live case studies. So I'll show you this a cashless setups being done by our partner Pocket POS. This is in a suburban area of Kalyan and Dombivli, where they have they have deployed a cashless solutions where it is a combination of kiosk, KDS, that is kitchen display systems, and the token display. So there is no cashier, no cash transactions. So customer can come and choose their orders, and they can make the payment and take away with the orders. I'll just show you this video. Very famous dosa outlets. So this is about this one, and there is one for the corporate cafeterias. Something wrong to code it play. Oh. Let me check if I can show it. Avinash, is it possible to connect my laptop here? Okay. ठीक है. So then I'll show it to you separately then. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much.
So next I call upon Mr. Vishal Mehta. So next I call upon Mr. Vishal Mehta from Microsoft, please, to talk about AI's facilities.
All ASIRT friends, good evening. Okay, so today I am here going to present Microsoft's product. So I am going to present one product. As we all know, today the world is all about AI, right? And all the products which we are doing, what we have in AI, that is what we have been seeing that, right? So we have also been working on the developing AI-based products from last 4 years. Since lockdown, we started our journey into AI, and today I will be presenting one product out of that is AI Email Insight. Okay, and that this is one of the product for SME segment and for the enterprise level, where we all can sell to our existing customers also. So as the AI Email Insight name suggests, so this is what AI does is AI will sits on the email server, okay, and it will get insight from all the emails which are communicated through to the customers by all the email IDs of the particular domain. Okay, so AI email insights, where every email which gets the attention it deserves, right? That is what the aim of this particular product is, where it should not be like single email should not be missed out for any company. And now this is designed for everyone in your organizations who are either a business owner or either it is a department head or a team leaders, right? These are designed for these particular users. And now I would like to talk about the hidden cost of the email chaos, right? Okay. Now what happens if there are many emails which are not read at all from the customer? And this is what it happens in our own organization also, as well as this is what we see when we talk to the customers, right? When we are meeting the customers one-to-one. Lot of time it happens, अरे यार मैंने वो mail भेजा था और किसी ने देखा ही नहीं है टीम से. So usually this is what happens, like emails are missed, replies are delayed, and many cases corporate customers where we have a SLA also, correct? And that's where different softwares are used. So the emails which are delayed is also causing a loss to the business. And then we have a follow-up which are forgotten, especially in the sales or support. This all is a big concern, and how AI is bringing a solution. All right, that is what we are going to display today. So never miss an unhappy customer again. Now what happens because of this, the customer gets very upset. We have seen that, right? Customers will, and usually customer will get away from us. We will lose the opportunity. We will lose the customer also. So the customer problems is what, like, I don't know when the customers are unhappy until it's too late. And by then the damage is already done. So that's where AI will come into the play, and AI will already, what it does is it will sits on the server and it will detect how many emails are not read at all, how many of the emails are not replied to the customer. And that summary, it will send an email through the email to the department head or a business owner. And then we can take a prompt action before it's getting too late and before the damage is done. So that's what the Email Insight solution provides, AI-powered sentiment analysis. Okay, so sentiment analysis is what it will also not only does like how many of them are not replied, but it will also it will also read all the emails, the customer's communication, and then it will do a sentiment analysis, like how many of them customers are happy, or how many of them are like neutral, or how many are unhappy customers. So when customer has started first instance of email, which is where he is not happy, so and if we are figure it out and we take an action, so we can nullify that effect, right? So that is what the sentiment analysis does for us over here. And the cycle of delayed responses, right? And that is what we can do it through pending emails tracking, overdue indicators, and team accountability, because every team wise, every email ID wise, we gets the report through AI email insights. So team accountability is also encountered here, as well as overdue indicators is also mentioned. Find the every customer's conversation instantly. That is what we get through this. And management dashboards, communication health at the glance. So again, the team performance will be also increased with this, because now we are able to see the data which is in a summary manner, right? And we can take an action quickly on that. So productivity and efficiency of the team is increased through this. So now every department heads, they have a big challenge. Like sometimes even the department, like we also face the problem, we don't have a time to read the emails. Similarly, the department head also have the same issue. So this is a challenge, and solution to that is what AI email insight. And the main 4 advantage is that team email activity, which is what happening across his own team. So when we give this solution to the enterprise, we can categorize into team wise. So there can be a sales team, there can be a multiple sales team, and each sales team has a head. So that we can configure on the product. Similarly, department wise, like marketing, support, or different product wise team, that all categorization, we can do it here. So this is what smart filtering is a feature, which is like promotional email content, or sometimes it also happens that a customer is sending a new inquiry or a sales related talk to the support team, because the customer is interacting with the support person more oftenly, right? So, and if the support guy is a very new, and if he ignores that email कि ये तो मेरा काम नहीं है, right? So then we lose out that opportunity. और 2 दिन चले गया तो customer किसी और को ढूंढ लेने वाला है. So that kind of flagging is also done by AI. So if there is a sales talk which is happening in a support particular email ID, it will capture that this is a new opportunity, a new business opportunity for us. So, and then it will get flagged into a sales email ID. Sales persons, sales departments के जो head है, उनको ये notify होगा कि there is a new inquiry on the sales. So that kind of intelligence is built on that. That's what called the smart filtering, reduce the distractions and increase the productivity. So that is how productivity is also increased. Respond faster. These are the advantage of some of the advantage of the email insight feature product. Keep the customers satisfied, right? Customer is the main for a business, and improve the team productivity, because delay will be reduced to a very good number of amount. And maintain the management control and eliminate the communication gap. So these are the operational control under department's head, right? Performance management. Clarity and focus for the team owners. So the team members also will have a clarity and a priority also. So what happens, like team members, sometimes it happens they are occupied on multiple work. Right, so then team also will get a message that these are the email which are not replied today. So kind of a SLA is also set up. So he will get an email again that you have missed out to reply to particular email from the yesterday. And after that, even if he is not taking an action, then it will be escalated to the department head or a sales head, like that. So every team member also gets a very priority-wise inbox, and you don't have to search more, and he has a clear indications on that. Now, what are the implementation? Once it is implemented, these are the success factors. Okay, that we have the users adoption rate is very good whenever we are talking about this particular to the customers, right? Any customer who has a good number of email IDs. Now, when we are a small organization, we have a 4 or 5 or 10 number of size. It's fine. Most of the communication which is happening with the customer, we know that personally. But when the team is big in number, right, at that time, we don't know. So whenever we are talking to this product to the customers, they say, "Arey, yeah, this is like a magic. कब demo कब दे रहे हो आप? डाल दो अब मेरे लिए इसको आप use करने के लिए डाल दो." Because this is a really intelligently it is working for them. So user adoption is good. Response times are improved by 78% of time for all of your emails, and some of the process can be automated also through this, like typical queries which comes from the customer sides, and like once we have a record of that, so then those kind of queries can be automatically answer that. All right. So that is and this is a pricing. We have kept simple and straight pricing ₹3,000. Okay, that is per email account per year. And we have kept a partner commission to 20%, sales partner. And this is a recurring commission, which we all as partners, we can grow together. And yeah, so that's it about the product. If any questions, I can answer on that. So this works with Google Workspace and Microsoft 365 both, and we can do a free trial also if required. This is Pankaj from my team. He can help whenever anyone of you is interested. So we can conduct a demo also, and we can conduct a free trial. Pankaj will and his team will help you. Any other questions? Yes, one question. Yeah. Yes, I got your question. Hello.
Second question is, if we have supplied multiple products to the same customer, can we do segregation based on the product or services? Because we may be interacting with the same team for servicing different products.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. So to answer your first question, okay, a summary on the yearly for a number of tickets. It can be done. Right now, there is a summary, daily summary, which comes on your email box, which indicates how many number of emails are not replied, how many of them are not read at all, and how many customers are happy and not happy. So that summary right now daily you get through email on the owner's email ID. And this kind of summary can be also done. And second question about the multiple products. So AI does read that intelligently, all the email, not only products and services, but it reads the email and answers to that accordingly. All right, it summarizes that way accordingly. So that summary is also possible on that.
Okay,
all
thanks.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. So any other questions we'll take offline. Time is over. So thank you.
Hello. Yeah. So next we request Mr. Ravi from Alcatel Lucent Enterprise Solutions to explain us their networking solutions. Mr. Ravi. Mr. Ravi from Alcatel Lucent. Yeah. Yes, sir. Good evening.
आई होप हमारे लिए आपने थोड़ा बहुत रखा रहेगा एक एनर्जी इतना प्रेजेंटेशन के बाद। और आप मुझे जानते होंगे राइट, मतलब अराउंड 3 महीने पहले हम मिले थे, है ना। सो थैंक्स फॉर दिस कि थोड़ा मेरा ट्रेडमार्क है तो इसके वजह से डेफिनेटली पब्लिक फट से पहचान लेता है कि यही था। सो लास्ट टाइम हमने डिस्कशन किया था हमारे सॉल्यूशन के ऊपर, जो अल्काटेल लूसेंट यहाँ पर सॉल्यूशन देता है लास्ट 100 years अक्रॉस ग्लोब, और हमने क्या क्या इनोवेटिव या कैसे सॉल्यूशन दिए हैं, राइट। आज हम वापस एक बार आए एंड थैंक्स फॉर द मैनेजमेंट हियर कि हमें और एक मौका दिया यहाँ पर आके आपके सामने कुछ प्रेजेंट करने का। आज मेरे साथ या हमारे टीम के साथ हमारे कंट्री हेड मिस्टर सुजीत शेट्टी है, जो आपको यहाँ पर एक प्रेजेंटेशन देंगे। मेन आज हम बिजनेस पॉइंट ऑफ से अल्टीमेटली आज हर इसमें हम बिजनेसमैन हैं और हम यही सोचेंगे कि जो भी बिजनेस हम करने जाएंगे उसमें हमें क्या आगे कैसे हमारा प्रॉस्पर होगा या लाइक ग्रोथ होगा, या कंपनी कैसे बढ़ेगी, क्या हमारे प्रॉफिट मार्जिन होंगे, कैसे रहेंगे, ये कंपनी कैसे हेल्प करेगी। सो आज का टॉपिक मेनली हम यही बात करेंगे। टेक्नोलॉजी तो डेफिनेटली आप सब जानते हैं कि कैसे टेक्नोलॉजी रहेगी, हम उसके ऊपर भी टच बेस करेंगे, लेकिन आज मेनली हम कॉन्सेंट्रेट करेंगे कि अल्काटेल लूसेंट या एएलई एंटरप्राइज के साथ आप अगर जुड़ जाते हो तो कैसे आपका बिजनेस ग्रो हो सकता है। एंड डेफिनेटली देयर आर लॉट ऑफ सरप्राइजेस फॉर यू, राइट। So I will hand over my mic to Mr. Sujit Shetty, who is our country head. So thanks for once again for joining us and giving us this second opportunity to come here and present the solution that we have. Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. I know there is a match which is इंडिया और जिम्बाब्वे, राइट। मैं ज़्यादा देखता नहीं हूँ मैच, कभी एक टाइम पे सो बहुत सारे आई थिंक इट्स अ मेल डोमिनेटेड ऑडियंस, सो आई बिलीव नॉट टू मेक इट बोरिंग, लेट मी ट्राई टू मेक इट एज इंटरेस्टिंग एज इंडिया जिम्बाब्वे मैच जो फॉलोअप होगा। सॉरी जी 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 कोशिश करेंगे। As Ravi said, मेरा नाम सुजीत शेट्टी है। You can say me a मुंबईकर now, तो बॉम्बे से 20-25 साल से हूँ मैं। But then definitely बोलते हैं ना, जो बाहर से आके यहाँ सेटल होते ना इधर का लैंग्वेज बोल पाते ना उधर का लैंग्वेज बोल पाते। ओके ओके ओके, नो वरीज नो वरीज। सो नहीं मैं बोला लैपटॉप गायब हो गया तो मैं बोलूँगा क्या। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर गिविंग द टाइम। एजेंडा मुझे बताया गया था कि लास्ट इवेंट बहुत अच्छा इंटरेक्टिव हुआ था, और अल्काटेल लूसेंट एक फ्रेंच कंपनी है जो इंडिया में अपना फुटप्रिंट बढ़ा रहा है, क्लास ए सिटीज़, क्लास बी सिटीज़, क्लास सी सिटीज़, और हम टेक्नोलॉजी सेल करते हैं। और हमारा सबसे यूनिक प्रोपोजिशन ये रहता है कि एक रिलेशन बनना चाहिए पार्टनर्स के साथ, और वो रिलेशन के ऊपर हम बिज़नेस करते हैं। व्हेन आई एम सेइंग इट्स अ म्यूचुअल रिस्पेक्ट। और हमारे कुछ पार्टनर्स 25-30 साल से हमारे पार्टनर्स हैं, कुछ कस्टमर्स हमारे 25-30 साल से हम उनको सर्व करते हैं। जस्ट टू नेम, हम मुंबई में है तो बाबा एटॉमिक रिसर्च सेंटर 1998 में हमारे कस्टमर बने। 2023 में उनके साथ हमने 25 साल का रिलेशन सेलिब्रेट किया, और आज भी हमारे बहुत अच्छे कस्टमर है। देयर आर वेरियस कस्टमर्स, जस्ट नेम फ्यू। सो क्विकली, बिफोर knowing us, I think last session, I don't know how many you remember us, yaad rahega, so but I'll make sure that we cover some part of it today so that you carry that information with you. So first important part is that hum hai kaun, who are we, or what are we here doing here. अच्छा, आपने वो भी चेंज कर दिया। no worries, ये मेरा है। ओके, सो जस्ट टू गिव यू जो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होता है, आई थिंक हर कोई चेंज होता है एंड हर कोई अपना डायरेक्शंस चेंज करता है, बट वी हैव बीन अ टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनी थ्रू आउट फ्रॉम द टाइम ऑफ इंसेप्शन टिल डेट। सो अगर आप देखते हो तो 2019 वी बिकेम 100-year-old कंपनी एंड बहुत सारे कंपनी बहुत कम कंपनीज है जो 100 years कवर कर पाते हैं. द रीज़न बिकॉज ऑफ मेनी चेंजेस हैपन्स इन द प्रोसेस. अगर कोई कंपनी इनोवेटिव नहीं है, कोई कंपनी अगर अपने आप को करंट सिचुएशन में डाल नहीं सकता है, सो देन दैट कंपनी विल वाइंड अप. ओके, और वो वाइंड अप बहुत इजीली हो जाता है बिकॉज नोबडी रिलेट्स विद इट. और आपने बहुत सारे कंपनीज इंडिया में भी देखा है जो एक टाइम पे बहुत पीक था. जस्ट टू नेम नोकिया मोबाइल, आई थिंक एक टाइम ऐसा था कि नोकिया मोबाइल इज़ टू डोमिनेट द मार्केट, राइट. कोई और मोबाइल आप लेते ही नहीं थे, नोकिया मोबाइल ही लगता था. बट किधर है आज? नोबडी इज़ देयर. So adaptation is important, and the best part what Alcatel Lucent brings you on the table is adaptation to the new technology and transforming yourself. That's important. So over the 100 years, अगर आप देखते हो the telephony जिस तरह था and how it has migrated, that is important. Because आज telephony का इतना importance नहीं है because the mobile phones are here. So as a company, we diversified ourselves in 1999 to the LAN switching and Wi-Fi. अब ये important इसलिए है हमारे लिए बिकॉज टेक्नोलॉजी शिफ्ट होता रहता है. अगर एज अ टेक्नोलॉजी पार्टनर, एज यू आर माई पार्टनर, अगर मैं आपको वो टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं देता हूँ, सो यू विल बी आउट ऑफ सोल्यूशन एंड आई विल बी आउट ऑफ बिजनेस, राइट. सो एडाप्टेशन होना चाहिए और राइट टाइम पे होना चाहिए और ईज़ में होना चाहिए. मैं जो आपको टेक्नोलॉजी लेके आऊँगा वो आपको समझ में आना चाहिए कि हाँ, दिस इज़ द टेक्नोलॉजी विच आई शुड बी सेलिंग. सो ईज़ आपके पास होना चाहिए और इनोवेशन मेरे पास होना चाहिए. So that makes us different from other OEMs. So we are migrating, we are moving, we are innovating ourselves, and new challenges हम we are addressing, and the things are shifting very fast. आज का buzzword है artificial intelligence, machine learning, ये सब चीज़ें बहुत buzzword है. So how we are adapting to that era, that also is important. So we cover some in the slides. Of course मुझे कुछ कम time दिया हुआ है तो कोशिश करूँगा कि कुछ चीज़ें आपको touch base करो उसके ऊपर. Just to give you a global footprint, as you see that we are two names in one this thing, Alcatel and Lucent. ये दो अलग अलग कंपनीज थे एक टाइम पे 2004-5 के आसपास. ये दोनों मर्ज होकर Alcatel Lucent बने. Alcatel is a French company while Lucent is an American company. और Lucent Bell Labs के इससे आता है और Alcatel is more dominant on the telephony part of it. So इंडिया में जितने भी टेलीफोन एक्सचेंजेस बने इनिशियली, MTNL हो, BSNL हो, Alcatel ने सीडैक के साथ मिलके वो टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफ़र किया इंडिया में. So that is the footprint we have for you in India. So we are not new to India also, although we are 100 years old, 30-40 years तो हम इंडिया में हैं. So that is our presence. Of course, we are not a good marketing company. इसके लिए हमें हर इवेंट में जाके बोलना पड़ रहा है कि हम हैं इस मार्केट में, हम we are there for you. But if you start using our technology, you will say that this is something which we are watching for. So a French or a France-based company we are. Headquarters, most of our management sits in Paris, Colombe, which is near to Paris. And US also contributes because जो networking solution हमने launch किया, that's the footprint comes from US. So Zylan बोल के जो company था जिसको हमने acquire किया था 99 में, that company forms our fundamental base for our LAN switching and Wi-Fi. So that's the R&D center there, and the bigger R&D center is in France. Now, where India plays a role? Because India का role बहुत important है Alcatel Lucent में. It's not just that कि हम लोग business के point of view से बात कर रहे हैं, but from a contribution part. आप जो switches और Wi-Fi आप use करने वाले हो या आप sell करने वाले हो, इसकी पूरी की पूरी software coding इंडिया में होता है. So that's the contribution, which is the heart of the solution, is designed by the Indians. So we have R&D center in Bangalore, R&D center in Chennai, which contributes to the software contribution. हार्डवेयर तो हर जगह बन जाता है, आपका वियतनाम में है, चाइना में है, ताइवान में है, यहाँ फ्रांस में बनता है, यूएस में बनता है, बट जो उसकी जो सॉफ्टवेयर है, जो हार्ट होता है, दैट इज़ मेड इन इंडिया, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ विच वी हैव बीन विनिंग लॉट ऑफ अवार्ड्स ऑल्सो. So lot of things are there in my slides to cover, and we do not sell directly. We sell through our value-added distributor like Rashi Peripherals and partner like you to the customer. We don't go direct to the customer. That's our engagement model. Now coming back to India as a footprint, that was a global footprint. India as a footprint, we are based out of Bangalore as our headquarters because entire R&D and all the center sits there, HR and other things. But we have presence in Mumbai, we have presence in Delhi, we have presence in Chennai. And then we operate through partner. So you are our extended family actually, where we train you, we give you the technology, and you go and address the customer, not we. And we support you in selling these and supporting in doing that. So these are some of the things. And if you see the metro which is running in Mumbai, I think we are blessed that a lot of metros are coming up. I'm proudly saying that all the metros are working on our technology. The FOTS, entire voice, all the lines today which are operational are running on it. कल कुछ बंद पड़ गया तो आप हमें पकड़ सकते हो उसको. Touch wood आज तक बंद नहीं हुआ है. तो technology is good, and line 1 which was commissioned, I think supplied in 2003-04, which got started in 2012, हमारी वारंटी तो उनके वेयरहाउस में ही खत्म हो गया था. फिर भी आज तक उन्होंने उस टेक्नोलॉजी को चेंज नहीं किया है. अब आप there may be many questions coming up, but we have been pushing them कि भाई वो switches की भी एक life होता है, but still it's working fine. We have been telling them भाई इसको change करो, it has to be upgraded, but still it's working fine. So technology guarantee हमारा कुछ customer ही आपको दे देंगे. So line 1 is a example where it's still running, means आपका सब ticketing सब चल रहा है, मतलब the network is working fine. So इसी तरह line 3, line 7, जितने भी लाइन्स अभी चल रहे ऑपरेशनल है, इट्स ऑन आवर ऐसे. और इसमें हमारी स्विचिंग का बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है, बिकॉज करीब 14 या 15 एप्लीकेशन इस नेटवर्क पे रन होता है, एंड दैट इज़ द रगेडनेस व्हाट वी कैरी. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि छोटे कंपनीज या छोटे इसके लिए सोल्यूशन नहीं है. वी डाइवर्सिफाई आवर सेल्फ, और हम एक स्टेटमेंट हमेशा हमारे पार्टनर को बोल देते हैं, आपका फोकस जहाँ है आप अपना मेरा प्रोडक्ट बेचो. ऐसे ज़रूरी नहीं है कि बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स में बेचने की ज़रूरत है. यू कैन सेल इट टू एनीथिंग. अगर एक छोटा सा ऑफिस आ रहा है, उसको 5-10 एक्सेस पॉइंट चाहिए, तभी मैं अपना सोल्यूशन बेच सकता हूँ. सो वेरिएशंस है हमारे पास जो आप यूज़ कर सकते हैं. सो दिस इज समथिंग वी आर प्राउड ऑफ एज इंडिया टीम. वी ऑलवेज बिलीव दैट देयर इज मोर टू डू. We are not covered the entire market, because there are some leaders who are there in the market. They may be doing in a different way, but we will surely be there over the period of time. And when we are reaching there, we want partners like you to come with us, so that we go together to reach that market coverage. It's a joint, that's what I said. The relation is important, and with this relation, we all can bring in a lot of businesses. That's how we are moving. So हम क्या करते? What we do? The question comes, इतना तो बोल दिया, इतने सारे चीज़ें बता दिया. What exactly we do? We connect people and object and process. मतलब आपके जो business processes है, और जो लोग हैं, और जो products है, इनको हम आपस में connect करते हैं ताकि it makes a sense. इसका मतलब है कि जो भी आपके business applications है, as a user, you need one infrastructure for you to be there, so that you can connect with that application. That's our job. So जो भी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोडक्ट्स है वो हम बनाते हैं, और वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोडक्ट आपको हेल्प करता है आपके बिजनेस को रन करने में, आपका मतलब आपके कस्टमर्स के बिजनेस को रन करने में, एंड उसके ऊपर सिक्योरिटी फीचर्स हम सब बना के देते हैं. सो जस्ट टू गिव यू व्हाट आर द थिंग्स विच इज़ कमिंग अप. मतलब जब आप इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की बात करते हो, देर आर सर्टन टॉपिक्स विच आर एक्साइटिंग अस, राइट. द फर्स्ट वन इज़ AI नाउ, और द आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, जिसकी बहुत बज़वर्ड है. I think we had some Government of India initiative in Delhi where a lot of people came in. So that's the buzzword, and nobody can run away from that. The reason is that that's the right now the must need for the people. Now a lot of people are worried about AI, a lot of people are happy about AI. So both the crowds are there. So जो worry है उनके लिए ये है कि आपको adopt करना पड़ेगा. आप अगर आप technology adopt नहीं करोगे तो you will be left behind. बट आपको राइट टेक्नोलॉजी अडॉप्ट करना है, और किस तरह अडॉप्ट करना है. एज अ OEM वी हैव विजन्स, वी हैव रोड मैप फॉर दैट विच विल कम पैरेलली विद अस. सो एक एग्जांपल मैं नॉर्मली देता हूँ. जब ऑटोमेशन की बात होती है, दैट्स अगेन अ फॉर्म ऑफ AI. अगर आपके पास कोई भी इक्विपमेंट है, अगर उसको आप मिनिमम एफर्ट्स डालते हो और कन्फिगर कर पाते हो, दैट्स फॉर मी इज़ AI इन द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फील्ड. अगर वो कॉम्प्लेक्स है, आप कुछ कर नहीं पाते हो, और आपको हर टाइम उस पर टाइम स्पेंड करना है, that is something, it's a waste of time. So automation जितने भी फॉर्म में है, that is something artificial intelligence comes into that. So AI, I think slides are moving on its own. आप कुछ कर नहीं रहे ना? Cloud computing is the second part, because lot of customers today don't want to invest on infrastructure. उनको बनाए चाहिए. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं अभी गाड़ी नहीं खरीदना है, Uber यूज़ करना है, सब कुछ क्लाउड पे है, गाड़ी किसी का है, क्लाउड है, ऐप है, यूज़ कर लो, चल जाओ. So cloud computing is in the same form. The business is changing. People don't want, so we have our NMS, we have our softwares loaded in the cloud. It's available. So the users don't need to invest onto servers and other things. They just need to use it as per the subscription. Security is a must, because today with a lot of hackings happening, a lot of people on the there are a lot of gray areas in the in the cloud. So you need a strong security. So we are one of the top OEM who always believes security is to be on the front side. And here we always make sure that whatever the software or the AOS which is installed in our hardware, that is completely EL certified, or it is completely security certified. So most of the products go through almost 14 to 15 global certification to make sure that a finished product is coming to our customer. As I said, business innovation is up to you. How you want to innovate your business, how you want. We can go in length with you in defining whether you want on-prem, you want subscription-based, or any type of solution. So that's something we can give it to you. Now comes what is our focus area, where we are focusing. So we are focusing on the two areas. One is the networking, and other is the communication. So these are very important part of the infrastructure, right? If you don't have a network to connect your devices, then you are having a problem. And if your communication system is not able to communicate with your customer or your users, then also you have a problem. So the two important infrastructure we focus, and that's where my focus is going to be for the next 15-20 odd minutes. So first let me touch upon the networking part of it. Networking is very critical today. I think most of us believe that we cannot live without internet today. If I remove internet from your phones, I don't think so anybody would want to have that dumb piece of box, right? Internet is there, that means the device is good for you. So that's the case. If you don't have half an hour electricity or half an hour internet is not there, you will start having those type of uncomfortable that what's happening with me, right? So for that to have those type of network, you need to have a strong infrastructure in place. That's where we focus on. So the first part is the autonomous network. When we say autonomous network, we believe that any network, if I make it very complex and user is not able to use the benefit, I fail as an OEM, right? So I create a lot of products which are completely automated, and there are a lot of examples I can give. I cannot go into the technical discussion today because we are having all the business leaders here. But definitely the automation helps us to make sure that you are spending less time on the configuration and more on using the network. IoT is something which today everybody accepts it, that influx of IoT has made our life easy, but it has made the life very complex for the guys who are taking the networking or connecting the IoT. For example, today every house has cameras, every office has cameras, you have access control, you have fire system, everything is coming on the network. Now, how your network will distinguish between camera and a user and how it is accessing, what is the information it's passing on, that's where we work on a zero trust network. So as soon as the device is connected, my network will make sure that it is an IoT device, how it has to be given parameter, or what are the parameters it has to be put in. That's how the IoT device is classified. So less headache on the user, more on the software which is running into that. The business innovation which we spoke about, there are a lot of projects which are coming in. The projects which are earlier used to be in a different way. People used to invest everything, but today people want everything off the shelf. They want to unplug the box, plug it, use the cloud option, and run their business. Maybe a Wi-Fi, maybe a switch, maybe even IP telephony. That type of business innovation they are expecting. So we are ready for that, and we have lot of webinars or the contents online which you can go through it, and you can put your own business solution to your end customer. So what are the new things coming up? Being a French company, we believe in Jan to December financial year. So we just finished our December financial year, and we are into the first quarter of our business. So these are the new things which are coming in. We are expanding on the processor speed, because as and more data is getting compiled in your in the network, you need a very, very fast processing chip. Those are the chip getting integrated onto the switching platform so that it makes life easy. We are talking about 400G as interface. Right now, we are very happy with the 10G, the 100G, and other things. So 400G is going to come in. A lot of new switches are going to come in. We are the one of the few OEMs who also provide you with the industry grade switches. If some of your customer is saying that I don't have an air conditioned office, I need a switch which can be mounted, and I don't want to give any type of ventilation to it. So we have different variation of industry grade switches, from a temperature hardened switches, where it's not expensive, but it can withstand up to 60 degrees of operating temperature. So those type of solutions, we focus on making it to a different, because when you go into your customer and when you're talking about something different, this is the difference pitch you can make it to your customer. So what we have in our networking portfolio, we have the complete product portfolio where if you look at from the switching portfolio, we have the complete access network. Again, all are managed. Basic L3 is built in, and this comes with 8-port, 24-port, 48-port switches. These are the blocks of your solution building requirement. And then at the core, we have the ruggedized version and the chassis. The chassis which you see there, all the metro projects in Mumbai are using those chassis. It's there in the OCC and BCC currently. So these are the high-end boxes which are there. And if you look at the Wi-Fi part of it, we have Wi-Fi 6, 6E and 7 available. Of course, there is a lot of certification, government certifications we have to go through as a OEM. So we have been doing that, and today we are ready with most of the certification. So any type of products you need, it's available with our distributor for any type of demos, POCs, and other things. We also tied up with some of the leading global OEMs like Versa for SD-WAN, Nokia for MPLS and DWDM and GPON, Celena for the private 5G. This is just for information, maybe not much relevant. And entire software package for the monitoring all these tools from the NMS to the controller and other solutions are completely available. Going to the communication part of it. Now, communication is something which is key because today in India, although the mobile penetration is very high, still people need IP telephony. So we have the complete flavor of the IP telephony. Now, IP telephony is something where it's in a hybrid workplace, and if you are talking to a corporate office, they need the complete experience of IP telephony. So that's the complete solution is there. And the customer experience, because these customers will connect with the external world. So you need to map it. You cannot publish a mobile number. You need a IP telephony or the corporate number to be published. And to make it completely operational, like IT-based operation, like if you need an IP telephony as a solution where you can integrate with customers and your businesses, that's where we look at. So what we do here, we talk about a 3D figure here. First of all, the devices, any type of devices, whether it's analog phones, digital phones, IP phones, voice over wireless LAN phones, SIP phones, MS Team, or the soft phone or the mobile phone, it can get connected to my EPBX system. Then you can have any type of solution. You may be looking for on-prem, where you want to have the EPBX or the intercom system in your premises. You want to have a hybrid where you want to have some features in the cloud, some feature on-prem, or you want everything on the cloud. So all the options are available. And finally, you can have a perpetual license where you want to buy as a CapEx, or you can go for a subscription license where you can, any type of subscription solution where you want to buy, you can have the subscription option also. So all the type of deployments are available, and it's depending upon the need of the customer. We have different boxes to support them. So this is again, one slide gives you the complete picture of how your communication platform looks. You have the complete different type of telephones. If you see, there are certain phones which are, it gives you a lot of features. It gives you the speaker feature. It gives you the audio quality, which makes ease for the users. If you are having a team meeting or if you are having a conference call, these features are required to give that professional touch. And then on top of it, the application helps it. And we also have the cloud option, like we call it as Rainbow, where you can do on an app any type of device, mobile, laptop, or any type of device. It's again subscription based, where you can want to do chat, you can want to do voice call, video call. You can have 120 party conference. This solution works between your WhatsApp and Teams to make it very easy for you to use. We have live demo for it, and you can ask for some subscription demo copy to check these solutions. So that's available. So coupled with services, so all our partners who will get on board will be certified on our product, and they will be trained on our product. Our distributors and our team will make sure that you are well equipped to address your requirement. So what are the verticals we focus? So these are some of the selected verticals, but not to say outside this vertical also we have. So we have government vertical, we have education, we have healthcare, we have transportation, energy utility, and hospitality. These are the verticals which we address, and we have customized solution. But any vertical which is not mentioned, we can sell the solution there also. There are no stopping on that. But these are the vertical which gives my global revenue at 70%. So that's where our focus comes in, and customization of solution is built onto that. These are some of the samples of customers whom we have acquired in the last 1 year. These are the customers who have been high prestige customer for us in the various segment, making sure that we have mix of all the customers. So coming to the conclusion part of the slide, so why Alcatel Lucent? First of all, we talk about end-to-end solution. So we have the IP telephony, we have the LAN switching, we have the Wi-Fi. So the complete infrastructure is taken care by us, so the customer can rely on us for end-to-end integration. We are one of the trusted digital partner for your customer. We have, of course, 100 years of experience background, but in India, we are there with almost 30 years now. So that's the trust we can carry. We also look at long term. As I said, some of our customers are using our solution for more than 25 years. Still the solution is working. So again, we have long-term support packages which can help. Strong vertical expertise. Some of the verticals we are pretty strong, and we have a lot of references and lot of customization solution there, which makes you believe in us. We are an open standard company. We do not believe in tying you up or your customer. We believe in giving you an open standard solution. As I said, all the solutions are secure by design. So it's there is nothing which can be hacked in, or all are tested and certified by leading this thing. Sustainable by design. When I say that some of our products are still in use, that means those solutions have been designed such a way that it lasts for longer. We are not looking at 3-5 years. Some of our products are working for 15 years without failing. So that is sustainable for you. And one of the lowest TCO when you're comparing apple to apple with the other OEM. If you compare with the 8 years of spending, we are almost 1/4 of those OEMs. It can be OPEX plus CAPEX or the overall TCO we are talking about. So just giving 8 reasons. There are many reasons, but I put 8 here. And just before winding up, I think all partners look forward for a good business. So the good business cannot come without any announcements. So these are some of the schemes which we are launching for the 2026. So these are the 3 schemes depending upon the different type of market where the partner address. The first one, if you are achieving around 2 lakh of revenue, we have a gift voucher of 5,000 available for you to avail from our distributor. Then if you are doing a revenue of 25 lakhs around, so there is a smartphone plan which is launched. And if you are doing a revenue of 50 lakh plus, we are guaranteeing you an international trip of your choice. That's something we are working with our, it's getting cooked up more in detail. But then these are some of the schemes are there. So although you are building your profit with the sale, this is something on top of it. This doesn't consider your margins, but this is more from our side to you to motivate you to sell more on Alcatel Lucent. So this is a short presentation from my side, and I would invite Ravi thank you so much.
So definitely Sojit, Ravindra, but there is a huge team behind with you to support you. Definitely Alcatel Lucent is a product, when you pitch, you require a lot of support from us, okay, to start with, and then you will definitely get used to it, the way you are doing other products. What we are saying here is definitely you have your engagement with various partners, various vendors, but we can bring you 2 things. One is a solution which will help your customer to manage their TCOs. So over a period of 3 years or 5 years, definitely अगर आप TCO calculate करते हो तो आपके customers आपको definitely like करेंगे, because उसका total cost of ownership बहुत कम हो जाएगा, and that's we a guarantee, and that is why we have lot of customers here, right? This is how we position, and this is how we win the cases. Second part जो यहाँ पर है, we work on a concept of one opportunity, one partner. इसका रीज़न ऐसा है, जब हम सॉल्यूशन लेके जाते हैं और किसी पार्टनर के साथ या कस्टमर को अप्रोच करते हैं, सो माय पार्टनर इज़ अवेयर कि ठीक है मुझे एक्सटर्नल कंपटीशन के साथ फाइट करना है, इंटरनल कंपटीशन नहीं। आप अगर देखेंगे बहुत से OEM ऐसे रहते हैं या वेंडर ऐसे रहते हैं कि एक अपॉर्चुनिटी में 3 जन कोट करते हैं, और फिर क्या होता है, हर जन हर 5 मतलब 5%, 6% इस पे ही मार्जिन करता है, कभी कभी लॉस में कर लेता है बिकॉज ऑफ कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन। वी वांट टू मेक श्योर कि यू अर्न मनी फ्रॉम दिस बिकॉज यू आर एक्सटेंडेड आर्म। सो अगर हमारा प्रोडक्ट कोई पोजिशन करता है या प्रमोट करता है, दे शुड गेट बेनिफिटेड आउट ऑफ दिस। So there is a huge team who supports you from the solution point of view, who if required customers mapping करना है कुछ भी ये। So I will call upon my team। मेरे साथ वेस्ट के जो जोन हेड है विशाल चौहान, he not only takes care of the direct marketing, he also takes care of the voice. He is a voice expert for us. We have solution head for West, that is Vikramaditya. So this is a Alcatel team. Along with us, we have our national distributor Rashi. I will call upon Harish ji, who heads the entire business for networking. So आप देखेंगे कि सपोर्ट में सब लोग हैं। आई विल कॉल अपॉन रोशनी, शी इज़ अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर, देन रितेश हु इज़ अ प्री सेल्स गाय। सो सॉल्यूशन के साथ इनके साथ अपनी टीम है, लेकिन हमारे राशि पेरिफेरल जो है उनके साथ उनकी भी टीम है जो सपोर्ट करती है। ठीक है, हमने एक नया कंसेप्ट यहाँ पर इंट्रोड्यूस किया था ये इंडस्ट्री में, बिकॉज वी वांट टू रीच ईच एंड एवरी कॉर्नर ऑफ द सिटी। सो हमने कंसेप्ट लाया रीजनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स, राइट। रीजनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स कैसे है कि वो भी अपने तरफ से अपने जो साथी है या जो भी उनके एसोसिएट्स है या जो कंपनी उनके साथ जुड़ी हुई है उनके साथ करते हैं। तो मुंबई के लिए हमारे जो रीजनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स है वो है हॉलमार्क सिस्टम। आई विल कॉल अपॉन देवांग भाई एंड विपुल भाई, बोथ हियर। सो दे आर आवर एक्सटेंडेड आर्म। सो सी, और हम चाहते हैं कि आप भी हमारे साथ जुड़े, एंड ये डेफिनेटली ये जो प्रोडक्ट है या सॉल्यूशन है हम मार्केट में आपके लिए बेनिफिशियल रहे और आपके कस्टमर्स के लिए बेनिफिशियल ऐसे रहे, राइट। थैंक्स अ लॉट। वुड लाइक टू से एनीथिंग हरीश जी?
So my first question to you is, first time presentation Alcatel का किसके लिए है? Just raise your hand. I just want to know. It is repeated or okay 4 or 5. So we have 4 or 5. Sujit was asking me कि same audience रहेगी या different रहेगी, तो मैंने बोला don't worry, output मिलेगा, same audience है और plus कुछ add होगा, right? So also one more point I want to highlight here. जब first presentation हमने किया था in the month of September, हमने 2-3 महीने का जानबूझ के गैप दिया। वी वर सेंडिंग यू दी ईमेल्स, मल्टीपल, क्या हमारे पास नया प्रोडक्ट लाइन्स है एंड ऑल सब डिस्कस कर रहे थे। हम लोग आपसे बात भी कर रहे थे, कनेक्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे वाया ईमेल, वाया फ़ोन कॉल्स। हमारे पार्टनर है हॉलमार्क, देवांग भाई कनेक्ट कर रहे थे आपसे, राइट। सो दैट इज़ द रीज़न वी हैव गिवन दैट गैप, राइट। सो फर्स्ट वाले सेशन में देवांग भाई तो है ही, पूरी अल्काटेल और राशि की टीम 5 लोग थे, आज हम लोग 8 लोग हैं। सो 3 से 4 महीने में द टीम हैज़ इंक्रीज्ड। वाई? बिकॉज अल्काटेल पे बहुत ज़्यादा हाई फोकस है। वी आर कमिंग विद न्यू प्रोडक्ट लाइन्स ऑल्सो, सून विल शेयर दैट ऑल्सो। सो वॉट वी वॉन्ट इज़ दैट, रविंद्र टोल्ड मी टू गिव थैंक्स नोट। थैंक्स नोट तो हम तब देते हैं ना जब हमने कुछ काम किया हो एक साथ मिलके, राइट, कि आपने मेरे को सपोर्ट किया, मैंने आपको सपोर्ट किया टू अर्न मोर मार्जिन्स, राइट। सो थैंक्स नोट तो करेंगे हम लोग, फ्यूचर में एक दूसरे को थैंक्स करेंगे। लेट्स कनेक्ट फर्स्ट विद ईच अदर, राइट, टू प्रॉफिटाइज, टू सपोर्ट ईच अदर, राइट। तो बिजनेस बढ़ेगा तो अपना कम्युनिकेशन भी बढ़ेगा। हम और भी बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट लाइन्स करते हैं, राशि पेरिफेरल्स नाम आप सब जानते हो, राइट। तो हम बहुत सारी प्रोडक्ट लाइन्स भी कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं अपने बिजनेस के लिए एक साथ में। सो गिव द सपोर्ट फॉर Alcatel. It's a enterprise brand, as Sujit has presented very well today, and team is there to support all of us. We have pre-sales, we have post-sales support, everything is there. So किसका इंतज़ार करना है? आप लोग हमारे साथ हो? आवाज़ नहीं आ रही यार, चाय पिलाओ यार हम सबको। थैंक यू टीम, थैंक यू पार्टनर्स, थैंक यू।
So, yes. So before we move further, one announcement is there that we had a skill enhancement training done by Mr. Jignesh Joshi from Vidhi Computers, and first round of that has been successfully completed. I will call upon Jignesh Bhai to hand over the certificates for the engineers, the owners of the company, to come up one by one and take up the certificates and hand it over to their engineers. Once again. The first name is Mr. Umesh Patne from Express Computers. Chetan Bhai, please. So, from Micronic System, Mr. Rahul Tambe. So, Micronic System, Rakesh Bhai, Rakesh Gandhi. Yes. Thank you for. Jar Techno. Mr. Shubham Tripathi, Jar Techno India Private Limited. Someone from Jar Techno. Arun Randive. Arun is out. Call him, or we'll hand it over to him later. Pratik. Trend Vision, Pratik Nagvekar. So I think not available. Shainik is not here. I think. Baljit Vishwakarma from Shakti Enterprise. Okay, he is not here. Kshitij ne ध्यान दीजिए. So one announcement. Arun. Arun, your engineer had taken up the training. Though this training is given by Vidhi Computers in association with ASIRT, specifically to skill enhancement for laptop repairing for our engineers. The next round of this will be happening next month, and announcement will happen. So please register your engineers, and on the available batches we'll be registering and informing you further. For now, we'll take a break for 10 minutes, and further we'll continue at 6:45. Thank you.
Guys, can you please start coming into your seats? We need to start in the next few minutes. बस साउंड चालू कर दो ना वॉल्यूम
It is 2012. The IT industry was seeing bloodbath in the IT system integrator space. Partners were reeling under intense competition, reckless price cutting, and competition from large format retailers. Companies were forced to shut down or continue with dismal financials. ASIRT was formed.
या जिग्नेश भाई मैच चालू हो गया आप लोग क्या कर रहे हो Guys, please take your seats. यार मैच ही चालू कर देते सब आप इधर आ जाओ दिखेगा हाँ यार
Members, settle down. Front rows are empty, please. यहाँ ruling party, opposition party system नहीं है. Members, please settle down. Front rows are really empty. Ruling party, 3 rows are still empty. First 3 rows. Okay. So, as Chetan Bhai had announced that we are turning 14 next month, sorry. In month of March, ASIRT will be 14 years. We'll be celebrating that event. There will be an event which will be shared. The details of that will be shared soon, and it will be a family event with your spouse. So be available during that time. Announcement group will be announcing the date, venue, everything will be announced soon. Now, taking further, I'll call upon Mr. Nisarg from Ebullient. Nisarg, please.
Thank you so much. Okay, special prize for anyone who has a very good network. Please India Zimbabwe मैच चालू करके रखो, मैं बीच बीच में स्कोर पूछूंगा आपको. 10 मिनट भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. अभिषेक शर्मा तब तक क्या पता. Okay, good evening everyone. मेरा नाम निसर्ग शाह है. I'm sure you know me very well through cricket, and this is not an ACPL winning ceremony. So we are Ebullient Automation Private Limited. We are almost a 12-year-old organization, and I am myself an ex-investment banker. I've worked with CRISIL, AdLabs, Edelweiss, and a few other companies, and a finance expert turned technology entrepreneur. Let me take you through what we do. I'm not going to give you any nonsense or any difficult jargons to understand. So this is the agenda. I'll explain you home automation, home theater systems, lighting systems, and one product that is Aircon Save, which is not a luxury product, but something that can save a lot of power. I'll quickly begin with the video. Just go through the video. What you can expect when automation is done. How your life can be very simple. These are the kind of homes that we work with day in, day out. We have worked with one of the most expensive residences in the world. I'm not allowed to name, you understand what I'm saying. Lights can dim, they can tune to your tune. Your wife does not listen to you, but your lights will. So you can have blinds and curtains controlled through automation. You can have set times. At sunrise, it picks up time from Google. 6:56 AM का sunrise है, तो exact 6:56 को आपके blinds खुल जाएंगे, lights on हो जाएंगी, AC बंद हो जाएगा. Yes, गाड़ी भी हो जाती है. इंडिया में आया नहीं अभी तक, but I'm sure soon you will be seeing automated cars running on the roads as well. Automation generally, what it means is automatically होना, right? Generally people सोचते हैं कि मोबाइल से किया तो automation हो जाता है. That is one small step in automation. Voice control is another small step in automation. जब भी कुछ भी इस्तेमाल ना करो, आप खाली कहीं पर जाओ और automatic हो जाए, that is automation. And that is what we excel in, that is what we are experts at. We also have managed to integrate Jarvis. Are you aware of Jarvis? Tony Stark, Iron Man, right? So Mark Zuckerberg has invented an AI called Jarvis, and we were able to integrate it with automation in the residence that I just spoke about, one of the world's best residences. The kind of keypads that we work with. Now see, this is a 3-inch device. इतना सा device है ये, wall पे लगता है. It looks like this, and it is studded with Swarovski crystals. There are 4 buttons. You see this? 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 4 buttons. They can do whatever you want. Press a button. It can activate movie mode, meaning it can turn on your projector, turn on your amplifier, your screen will come down, your AC will turn on, your curtains will close, and it will give you a 2-minute time to settle down. 2 minute बाद वो lights off कर देगा. At just one touch of that button. That is the kind of experiences we create in people's homes. And these are the types of keypads that we work with. This is without the lights. This one is with lightings. This is without the lights. This is a different form factor of the same. This is another one, I call it Batman keypad, but its original name is Monaco series. This is something retro called Newton series. And this is a tabletop wireless series, the center one. There are more than 2000 options for keypads. आपको आपके घर में क्या कीपैड लगाना है, उसके 2000 से ज़्यादा options है. You can choose, the pricing range varies from the lowest of the cost to the highest of the costs. And highest of the cost, I'm sure no one here would have even imagined. The highest that I have quoted till now is 1 crore 72 lakhs. One keypad, huh? One keypad. And I'm sorry, I should not have shown this image, but okay. Along with automation, what goes hand in hand is audio video systems. घर के अंदर theater experience create करना is something that we have achieved an expertise in. You see this? Now, यहाँ पर ऊपर आपको pelmet नहीं दिख रहा है. Screen कहाँ से आएगा? I say there is a projector. Yes.
All I know is we could go anywhere, we could do anything, go whatever the mood we're in. Yeah, all I know is
this is also how you can plan. It is a 120-inch screen diagonally. These are the kind of theaters that we do. We design them, we execute them right from start to the end. Right from your recliners to your sound, as in acoustics and everything, your audio systems, your video systems, the cabling that goes in it, everything we get it done on a turnkey basis. Just a few illustrations of what you can expect. Mumbai में of course we do it in the living rooms. Mumbai में generally dedicated rooms नहीं होते हैं, theaters नहीं होते हैं, so we do it in the living rooms of people. And these are some speakers. I'm just showing here so that you have knowledge of what is out there in the market. The speaker you see, take a wild guess, what is the cost of the speaker? Bang on. So this is approximately 2 crores. Just one speaker, not the second one. Just one speaker. There are people in the world, we call them audiophiles, and when audiophiles come through a lot of money, they spend it on speakers. Mumbai may be hai, there are a few people, Parsi people, there are a few people who love their music so much. How do they select their speakers, you know? They'll bring their LPs. They'll give to me, Nisarg, play this LP. ये स्पीकर है ना, प्ले कर इस पे. They will wait for a particular note. वो नोट उनको क्लैरिटी के साथ सुनाई दिया तो स्पीकर बहुत अच्छा है, नहीं सुनाई दिया तो मुझे भी गाली देंगे, स्पीकर को भी गाली देंगे, क्या बकवास स्पीकर है तेरा 2 करोड़ का, लेके जा इसको ऑफिस, नहीं चाहिए. So such customers also exist, and because of them we exist, thankfully. This is another type of speaker. This is a soundbar, and this soundbar is $80,000. I'm just showing you so that you have knowledge of it. You know what exists out there in the market. And when you hear someone doing a premium home, you don't forget me. Coming to the most important product, Aircon Save. Now this product, very, very, very relevant to each and every one of you in this room and your clientele. What it does is, paste it below the air conditioner. AC के नीचे इसको सिर्फ paste करना है. A 30-second setup, and it will turn off your air conditioner if there is no one in the room for 15 minutes. No wiring, no breakage, nothing whatsoever. It saves a boatload of power. and it can pay back within 6 months for itself. Minimum is 15 minutes, 15, 30, 60 and 120. 4 timings are there. So there is a day mode and a night mode. If you are installing in a residence, you can activate the night mode. So if there is darkness in the room, it will not turn off the AC. And day mode, of course, it can turn off the AC 24/7. So in corporates, we give the day mode, and in residences, we recommend night mode to be activated. And that is again, in that 30-second setup, it all can be done. Your client can even do it themselves. So iska potential is massive because we are the only ones in the country doing it. This is, okay, somebody just gestured like this. So this is, for SIs, we sell it for 3,750 plus GST. 99% of the air conditioners, any air conditioner that works with a remote control, 99% of them are compatible with me. There's a 1% chance that some AC, some model may not be compatible, but that's about it. The scale of this, if you can imagine, we gave 300 sensors to just 350 sensors to just one JNPT port admin building. एक admin building में 350 sensor दिए हैं हमने. So imagine the clienteles that you have, imagine how many cabins they would have. It would not work with a central air conditioning system, chillers and all, because they have wired controls. This will only work where IR receivers are there. Most of the split ACs, cassette ACs have wireless receivers. It will work with all of them. So that's about it. Along with this, we also do high-end lighting. So automation and lighting go hand in hand. Audio video systems. Within audio video, we also do video conferencing systems. Conference rooms automation is what we do. And yeah, I think that's about it. That about sums it up. That was quick. What was the score, by the way? India ne kitna mara ab tak? Lovely. No loss is what I was looking for. Lovely. Lovely. So India wins today. Okay, so currently I have just planned a dealer network. So if you want to work with me, you can purchase it. You can become a dealer, and there is no stock commitments that I'll be asking. You don't need technical expertise for this. Okay, for the automation bit, for the audio video bit, of course you would not have the technical expertise. You can just refer your client to me. I will handhold the client from start to the end. No exceptions whatsoever. We are known for our service. And if you guys can just open Google and check out my reviews, you will get to know what kind of service we provide. One important thing, I did some business coaching a few months back, and he asked me, Nisar, what is your USP? Like, sir, my USP, very good solutions, good pricing. No, I don't want an answer from you. Go to your client, ask him, why did he buy from you? Like, sir, this is going to be the answer, right? What other answer he'll give me? No, you just go and ask. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I called up a few of my clients, and I was surprised. Mayank bhai, I remember his answer. Nisar, honestly speaking, you were fourth in the line. You were the most expensive. Your solution was, different of course, but expensive. But when we came to your experience center, you spent 4 hours with us. One meeting, 4 hours, explaining every single thing in a very patient manner, and the enthusiasm was the same at the first minute up to the 240th minute. My family got their frequencies matched with you. वहाँ से बाहर निकले और मेरे बेटे ने मुझे बोल दिया ऑटोमेशन निसर्ग भाई करेंगे. So that is what I understood, that our warmth, how we treat our clients and how we handhold them right from the beginning to the end. We set the expectations right. We tell them, okay, यहाँ पर difficulty आएगा. Installation के बाद, you have to give me 30 days to learn the systems. Once you learn the systems, you will be very comfortable with it. But those 30 days, there may be some impatience here and there. Bear with me. We are there throughout. So we understood our USP is the warmth and the friendliness that we provide to our clients. So there you go. That's what sums up my answer. Our service is really very good. Thank you so much.
Next, we call upon Advocate Ajinkya Kurdukar, sorry. Yeah. He'll give us a practical walkthrough of the DPDPA Act, which we are, and how it will be required for us in this. Yep. Sir.
Wow. Okay. Nice chatter and laughter. I think all of us are pretty excited for the match, important match today. And Nisarg has set the tone. So I was a little apprehensive ki should I be encouraging people to keep the tab of the score. But now that you've set the ball rolling, I think I can request a couple of friends to keep a tab of the score. Because DPDP आता जाता रहेगा, इंडिया का मैच नहीं आता बार बार. First of all, thank you so much, Avinash Bhai, for inviting me and giving this opportunity to me. I think I'm more grateful for the opportunity to share whatever little knowledge that I have. I consider myself as a student of law and not a lawyer as such, because I think every passing day we all are learning new things, and in the pursuit of that, I faced this brilliant piece of legislation which caught my attention over the past couple of years, and which got me intrigued into it, which got me attracted to it. And that's why I want to share whatever little knowledge that I have about this particular topic. And it is more relevant today for this room because I think all of you guys are champions in the IT sector. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to meet all of you guys independently, but I will be given an opportunity. But most of you guys are into technology, most of you guys are into technology solutions, and that's why I think DPDP plays a very relevant, a very pertinent role in what you are offering to your clients, in what you're dealing with your vendors, with your suppliers, and with the lot of stakeholders that you interact with. And through the entire course of this I won't call it a presentation per se, through the course of the discussion, I will try to restrict myself to be an informative session more than an educative session. Because at the end of it, what I want is कि after this 45 minutes, 1 hour का discussion, कुछ थोड़े से faces straighten up हो गए. I'll try to cut it short as much as possible. But the idea is कि you can integrate this in your businesses to make it even better. And by better, I mean compliant. Because, compliance comes at a cost. So the maximum penalty for that, just to give you a perspective, the maximum penalty which is prescribed under the DPDP Act is 250 crores on a particular entity for a particular type of non-compliance. And that non-compliance is not a very exorbitant or an unusual non-compliance. It's a simple breach of a fiduciary duty. आपके कस्टमर के प्रति आपकी जो एक fiduciary duty है, अगर आपने वो निभाने से वंचित रह गए, तो आपको 250 crores तक का जुर्माना भरना पड़ सकता है. And that's the scope, that's the reality of this law. The ball was set in motion from 2017 as such. हुआ क्या कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एक जजमेंट पास हुआ, right? In 2017, उसका नाम था के पुट्टुस्वामी वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया. उस जजमेंट ने क्या कहा कि राइट टू प्राइवेसी एक फंडामेंटल राइट है, एक मूलभूत अधिकार है हर इंसान का. सो जो भी व्यक्ति इंडिया में है उसको उसकी प्राइवेसी प्रोटेक्ट करने का मूलभूत अधिकार है, एक फंडामेंटल राइट है. ये जजमेंट सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने 2017 में दिया, आफ्टर विच द बॉल वॉज सेट इन टू मोशन. देन देयर वाज अ जर्नी विच आई विल शेयर वेरी ब्रीफली. From 2017, certain rules were enacted. There was a draft which was presented before the parliament. Parliament के होशियार हमारे जो दोस्त लोग हैं, सब उन्होंने एक law pass कर दिया. ठीक है, that law was, in fact, it was passed after the comments of public at large were invited, right? उसके बाद August में president's assent हुआ उसे, and the law was set in motion, right? As recent as 2025 November, बस 2-2.5-3 महीने पहले, excuse me, Regulations भी notify हो गए. इसका मतलब ये है, first phase of the regulations have been notified in the month of November 2025. There will be 2 more phases. One will be somewhere in June 2026 and another one will be in May 2027. So from May 2027 or from June 2027, gentlemen, we will see a new era of privacy policies across the industry, more particularly in every domain जहाँ पे किसी भी किस्म का data retain किया जाता है, right? If at all the tone is or the presentation, the discussion is boring, I am giving this responsibility to निसर्ग. हाथ ऊपर करके प्लीज़ बता दो भैया मेरे को कि बहुत बोर हो रहा है. तो 2 इंसिडेंट्स मुझे काफ़ी रोमांचक लगते हैं. इफ़ यू रिमेंबर, कोविन का एक डेटा ब्रीच हुआ था couple of years ago, right? जब कोविड का पूरा when we were in the grip of COVID, there was a massive data breach that had happened, and about 1.3 crores of accounts or 1.3 crore लोगों का private data, it was available on Telegram. Telegram जो app है, उस पे at a push of a button that data was available. A similar incident I remember was Star Health breach that had happened as recent as 2024, right? जब again policy holders के कुछ details, कुछ private details जो सिर्फ उस insurance company की custody में होने चाहिए, those were available at the push of a button. Now what does this say? It speaks of 2 things. A, in 2017 Supreme Court तो ये बोलता है privacy is a matter of personal right to life, which means it is as important or as crucial as my right to a healthy life is. This happened in 2017 and 2021 में ये ऐसी घटना हो रही है. 2024 में as recent as 2024 we are facing such a massive breach of privacy, breach of private information of users or clients of an insurance company, right? So these are the issues that the parliament saw, and it realized that we have to expedite the process of notifying the DPDP rules. Now, in terms of these rules or this act, कुछ basic definitions हैं जो हमको समझनी बहुत ज़रूरी है. बहुत ही basic और बहुत ही broken down और simple mode में. एक तो है data principle. The reason why I'm using these words is these words are enshrined in the act itself. Act में ये 3 लफ्ज़ों का इस्तेमाल बार बार किया गया है. सबसे पहले डेटा प्रिंसिपल, हम इसको इस तरह से समझेंगे जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल एक मिंत्रा का ऐप है या फ्लिपकार्ट का ऐप है या जो भी हम ऑनलाइन हेल्थ कार्ट वगैरह जो ऑनलाइन ऐप्स होती हैं जिससे हम गुड्स घर ऑर्डर कर सकते हैं, इस तरह का कोई ऐप हम पिक्चर करते हैं. ओके, लेट्स फॉर द सेक ऑफ द डिस्कशन लेट्स टॉक अबाउट मिंत्रा. मिंत्रा पे निसर्ग भाई जाते हैं, उनको एक बढ़िया सूट सिलाना है, उसको सूट खरीदना है या शर्ट्स खरीदने हैं, तो वो बोलते हैं ही सर्चेस 45-44 नंबर का शर्ट, गुड शर्ट्स, लिनन शर्ट्स फॉर मेन एंड 42. ओके, ऑल राइट माई ब्रदर, ऑल राइट. तो 42 नंबर के शर्ट्स लिनन मेड XYZ कंपनी के आई वॉन्ट टू बाय, राइट? Now the first thing that the app does is, because he's using it probably for the first time, the first thing that the app does is, वो सब तो ठीक है, तुम मेल आईडी डालो इसमें. ओके, हम मेल आईडी इंसर्ट करते हैं. उसके बाद वो बोलता है आपके पास फ़ोन तो होगा, फ़ोन नंबर डालो, हम OTP देते हैं, फिर बात करेंगे, राइट? सो निसर्ग भाई OTP भी इंसर्ट करते हैं उसमें. अब बिकॉज ही हैज़ दैट आइडिया कि मुझे जल्द से जल्द शर्ट खरीदना है, ठीक है, तो उसको जो भी चाहिए मैं फटाफट दे डालता हूँ, ले चुप बैठ और मुझे एंट्री दे तेरे ऐप में. आई एम नॉट जजिंग यू, आई एम जस्ट यूजिंग यू एज एन एग्जाम्पल, प्लीज डोंट माइंड. नाउ व्हाट हैज हैपेंड इज, इन द स्पर ऑफ द मोमेंट, 2 very crucial things we have handed over to that app, and these 2 crucial things are extremely crucial. Why? It is not just a 10-digit mobile number that he has entered, right? Apart from being just a 10-digit mobile number, it is also a number which he has been using, and the telecom company very well knows the pattern of his usage, the pattern of his data consumption, the pattern of his movement in terms of वो कहाँ पे कौन से टावर्स को ट्रैक करके आ रहा है. इफ़ ही इज़ शटलिंग बिटवीन मुंबई एंड दिल्ली, शटलिंग बिटवीन बॉम्बे एंड दुबई, whatever the situation is. Now the telecom company is aware कि उसकी movement कैसी है, based on which they can predict his pattern of movement. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is इन्होंने अपना Gmail ID भी वहाँ पे दे दिया है. Now जब Gmail ID दे देते हैं, हम जब Gmail ID बनाते हैं, we often click accept all button, right? What does that accept all do? It says it has already taken your consent to share everything that Google has with anyone who links their account with Google. Which means अब निसर्ग भाई का phone number, movement, pattern plus Google related सारी information मिंत्रा को access करने का अधिकार है. Just in one single step. इसका ये मतलब हो सकता है tomorrow if Myntra wants to utilize that information the way they want to, they will be able to use it. Now, why am I discussing this aspect in the context of data principle? यहाँ पे निसर्ग भाई जो हैं वो है डेटा प्रिंसिपल. डेटा प्रिंसिपल वो व्यक्ति है या वो एंटिटी है जिसका इंफॉर्मेशन यूज किया जा रहा है बाय सम अदर एंटिटी, राइट? यहाँ पे मिंत्रा जो है, दैट मिंत्रा इज यूजिंग द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ मिस्टर निसर्ग. हियर मिस्टर निसर्ग इज द डेटा प्रिंसिपल, ही इज द ओनर ऑफ ऑल द डेटा. सेकेंड इज डेटा फिड्यूशरी. डेटा फिड्यूशरी मतलब वो एंटिटी जिसके पास वो इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोर की जा रही है. Data fiduciary under the DPDPA Act is the most responsible and accountable entity and आप सब उस कैटेगरी में आते हो. यहाँ पे आप अगर सर्विसेज दे रहे हो, जैसे निसर्ग भाई के भी सर्विसेज प्रोडक्ट्स हमने देखे, प्रीवियस जेंटलमैन ने जो एल्काटेल वाले जो सर थे उनका भी प्रोडक्ट हमने देखा. अब यू ऑल आर ईदर प्रोडक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरर्स स्लैश ट्रेडर्स स्लैश सप्लायर्स और सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स. इन चार कैटेगरीज में ही हम आ रहे हैं, राइट? वी आर नोवेयर इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइडर्स, वी आर इंफॉर्मेशन गैदरर्स फ्रॉम आवर क्लाइंट्स, राइट? विच इज़ वाई यू विल फॉल स्क्वायरली अंडर द डेफिनेशन ऑफ डेटा फिड्यूशरी. पूरा का पूरा एक्ट जो है आप सबको स्क्वायरली अप्लाई करता है. इसलिए यहाँ पे इस डिस्कशन में हम ये समझते हैं कि कहाँ कहाँ पे आपको जो प्लग्स हैं वो लगाने हैं, जहाँ कहाँ पे आपने स्पेसिफिक केयर टेक करनी है, जहाँ पे आप the kind of undertakings that you should be taking from your clients, the kind of agreements that you should be engaging with your clients, so that you don't fall within those pitfalls of the law. ठीक है? थर्ड इज डेटा प्रोसेसर. जैसे आपका AWS सर्वर किसी के पास होस्ट कर, आप AWS के पास सर्वर होस्ट कर रहे हैं, Azure के पास आपका सर्वर होस्ट कर रहे हैं. So those are data processors. We are not getting too much into it because I don't think any one of us here are falling into that category. So I'll be focusing more on the data fiduciary part of it. Legislative architecture timeline हमने discuss कर लिया. Now, in terms of the scope, who is impacted or who is affected by this law? Now, it applies to every digital personal data that is collected from India, right? When I say digital personal data, it means all that is put into an app, or all that is put into a computer, all that is put into an email, all that is put onto a particular platform if you are made to do so. For example, अविनाश जी ने एक platform बनाया है for connecting everyone, right? Let's just assume that, right? It's a platform where all the professionals connect together, they share their information, they share their businesses, they share whatever revenues that they have earned. In fact, they go ahead and share their balance sheets as well to establish certain kind of eligibility. Now what happens is Avinash ji is in the custody of all this information which is provided by all its users. Is he going to utilize it elsewhere? No. Is he into the business of selling that information to someone? The answer to that is no. He is only a custodian of that information. Now still, despite being merely a custodian of that information, the DPDPA Act will be squarely applicable to him. So ये मत समझिएगा कि आप information किसी की ले रहे हैं अपने analysis के लिए, तो आप इस particular act से you are exempted from it. No. Even if you are using the information or the data in any form for your own analysis, for your own assessment, you still fall within the 4 squares of this law. Now, it applies to digital personal data collected within India within India and in terms of extraterritorial possessing. Now, for example, there is an US-based company, right? I heard today on the streets that Apple Pay is going to make its grand entry in India in the next few months, perhaps few weeks. Now, Apple is not an Indian entity, but it is catering to users in India, to its subscribers in India, to its buyers in India, right? So now if they are the ones who are going to sell their products or their services in India, they still will fall within the four corners of this law, right? So first, India-based organization. Second, organizations which are based elsewhere but operating in India. Now, in your case, it covers the IT firm servicing in Mumbai, retailers or any region. So any region means आप मुंबई बेस्ड कंपनी हो और आप गुवाहाटी में अगर सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो, स्टिल यू विल फॉल विद इन द 4 squares of the particular law, because it's a centralized law, it's not a state law, right? Now assume Avinash ji is collecting the data not online through a platform, but he is circulating. Do you mind using you as an example? So what he does is he circulates certain sheets of paper, right? और सारे users को, subscribers को वो कहते हैं कि guys इसको भर दो, and we will store this data in a digitized form. ठीक है, वो बाद में क्या करते हैं, उस information को digitize करते हैं, either by way of scanning or OCR or by manually entering those details into a platform. Now, where the question is whether this activity will be covered under the definition of data principal and data fiduciary of the DPDPA Act. The answer to that is yes. Even if you have collected something offline and later on digitizing it, you still are covered under this act. Now, just some example that I have given. Data type जो होता है, name, email ID, phone number, Aadhaar card. What is exempted? Now, if Avinash ji is using this data or collecting the data for his personal use. Now, when I say personal use, it means that he, let's say, likes to collect phone numbers of 2,000 people, just as a matter of choice, right? He's not using it anywhere. He's not going to put it to any use for any kind of scheme, for any kind of activity, for any kind of transaction. He is just simply, he's probably creating a repository of his own, for his own consumption and not for any particular use. That particular action will be exempted. Further, government अगर आपसे कोई information collect कर रही है अपने analysis के लिए या अपने strategizing के लिए, that will be exempt. Any kind of information that is collected in terms of analysis for medical purposes by the government or a government-based authority or an organization, जैसे ICMR हो गया या any other organization of that sorts, that will be exempt. Security के लिए अगर कोई statistics लिए जा रहे हैं, for example, सेंसस लिया जा रहा है जो इंडिया में आई डोंट नो कब होने वाला है, बट या अगर सेंसस लिया जा रहा है तो दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन विल बी एग्जेम्प्ट फ्रॉम द DPDP एक्ट. एंड देन देर आर सर्टन इन्फॉर्मेशंस विच आर पब्लिकली अवेलेबल, मतलब गवर्नमेंट ने खुद ही पब्लिसाइज कर दिया है उसे. दे देमसेल्व्स हैव पुट इट ऑन देयर वेबसाइट्स, जैसे क्राइम डेटा हो गया या डेवलपमेंट डेटा हो गया या इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एक्सपेंडिचर्स हो गए. If all such information is put on the publicly maintained platforms by the government itself, then collecting such information will not constitute an offense under the DPDP Act, right? Guys, please, I know थोड़ा सा boring topic है, मुझे तो लग रहा है यार, मतलब it's fine if it's boring, मुझे भी boring ही लगता है ये. क्या क्या ना कहा गया, हाँ, सॉरी, डरे हुए हैं. डर अच्छा है मेरे भाई, तो मेरा धंधा भी तो डर पे ही चलता है ब्रो. ओके, ऑल राइट. सो नाउ हियर एक काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग पोजीशन ये है कि यहाँ पे रोल्स DPDP एक्ट में जो है ये बनाया तो गया है. एंड now from this point onwards I'll start using the term data principals and data fiduciaries so that we are well accustomed to this terminology. So ये law लाया तो गया था data principles के लिए, favoring the data principle, लेकिन जो responsibility या accountability cast की गई वो largely data fiduciary पे cast की गई. Even if you are a small business, I mean if you are running a small business, let's say आपका turnover है, let's say 10 lakh rupees per year, you know. So for a product manufacturer or a product trader, it's not a very large turnover as such, but still you will have to comply with the basic compliances which are enshrined in this law, which means size of your business is insignificant for you to escape the clutches of this law. आपको आपके बिजनेस का साइज बिल्कुल मैटर नहीं करेगा अगर आप ये कह रहे हो कि यार मैं तो छोटा बिजनेस वाला हूँ, जैसे जीएसटी हो गया, छोटे बिजनेसेस को भी एप्लीकेबल है वो, राइट? सिमिलरली दिस लॉ विल बी एप्लीकेबल टू ऑल सॉर्ट्स ऑफ बिजनेसेस, ऑल साइज ऑफ बिजनेसेस. Now, distinguishing between the fiduciary and the processors, data processors, थोड़ा सा मैंने ignore किया उस point को because I think it's not well suited for the room. But let's try and understand what are your obligations as data fiduciary, right? और यहाँ तक मुझे लगता है हम सब समझ रहे हैं कि all the people in this room are in some or the other way data fiduciaries. कहीं ना कहीं आपने data आपके clients का आपके पास store करके रखा हुआ है, right? So, अगर आप कर रहे हो ये एक्टिविटी तो आपको सबसे पहले क्या मतलब what is the first I will discuss what is the objective, what is the attitude that you should have towards such data collection, and then we will discuss about what kind of compliances are expected out of you. In terms of the attitude, you should first define within yourself as well as within the transaction as to why you are collecting certain data. आप आपके client को अगर बोल रहे हो एक form fill up करने के लिए, तो if you are selling him, let's say, a light solution, right? And if you are going to ask him an absolutely irrelevant question कि आपके बच्चे का भी photo इसमें upload करो, that has nothing to do. I know it sounds funny, but it has nothing to do with the transaction at hand, right? You can ask them to upload the pictures of their residence, of their office, of their chambers. Why? Because then you will be able to suggest certain solutions to them. But if you are going to ask him or her about their preferences in food, for a light manufacturer, that has nothing to do with it, right? Or any sort of random irrelevant question. So make sure that your first step towards compliance is the attitude with which you are seeking the information from the clients or from the customers. This first step is of prime importance because then you will be able to justify why you have sought certain information from your client. So determine the purpose, ensure accuracy. आप जो client को पूछ रहे हो और client आपको जो बता रहा है उसमें एक accuracy होना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. Now why is that so? If you have asked the client what is your weight and the client tells you his age, possible? When you are asking the client what is your weight, आपका वज़न कितना है, तो वो आपको उसकी उम्र बता रहा है. Now if you are into healthcare or health related or any medico related transaction or an organization, let's say जैसे health card वगैरह हो गया या cult या ऐसे बहुत सारे apps जो होते हैं जो आपकी health को track करते हैं, right? So then the information that you have stored, if you were expecting him to tell you an answer, let's say 90, right? But he tells you that it's 27 and you record it as 27. So you have an individual whose age you don't know, but you know that he weighs 27. Now this data is in your possession, okay? And tomorrow, if there is a data audit, then this will send a completely different picture about your product, about your services, about your organization, and in terms of the accuracy of the data that you are maintaining. I know it sounds a little bizarre, लेकिन आप इस बात को बिल्कुल तरीके से समझिएगा कि आपका सवाल जो किया जाएगा क्लाइंट को, और ये आपको शायद आज लगता हो कि यार मैं तो कंप्यूटर्स बेच रहा हूँ, मैं प्रिंटर्स बेच रहा हूँ, मेरे साथ क्या, I mean, how is it applicable to me? The answer to that is no. Because if you are selling anything, and if you are seeking any information about the client, आप information कहाँ पे लेते हो client से? आप जब invoice बना रहे हो, you are going to ask the client for his name, for his number, for his email ID, for his address, for his GST number, for his PAN number. ये सारे details आप in Marathi there is a word called नकळत, मतलब unknowingly, thank you. Unknowingly या seamlessly आप पूछ रहे हो, पूछ जाते हो यार कहाँ पे भेजना है प्रोडक्ट्स, उसने WhatsApp पे बता दिया. Now the WhatsApp is being used and accessed by you or your team or your organization. It's under the control of you or your team or your organization, and that information is retained in your tally or in other accounting softwares or apps or tools that you use. which means you have perfectly fallen within the four corners of this law. And अगर आप non-compliance करोगे तो 250 करोड़ तक आपकी liability जा सकती है. My friend is very tensed there. I'm sorry? बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. So I think GS correct. My friend, I was just actually giving you an example कि आप कौन से कितने ease से जो है आप information मंगाते हो client से. मतलब it was in terms of how seamlessly you seek information from a client, right? अब GST related आपकी जो information है वो तो वैसे भी it is already on the roll. You are absolutely right. But what I was saying is कि when you are interacting with the client, you don't even realize that you are going to take some information from the client and you're going to store it with you. Now, my point is कि अगर आप ये सोचते हो कि this law will not be applicable to you, then that is an illusion that you're living in. This is the point that I'm trying to make. Yeah. My friend, that you are absolutely right. Absolutely right. And the lead generation organization, जो भी रहेगी, right? If they are gathering all the details of potential clients, potential customers, they will be squarely falling within the four corners of this law. They will have to be compliant, because if they are non-compliant, because in fact they are the ones who are at the forefront of it. They are going to take the first brunt. They are going to take the first wave of non-compliance. So आप बिल्कुल assume करके ये बात चलिएगा कि if there is an organization which is only in the process or in the activities of collecting information and providing it to someone else, then I am the one who is literally on the radar of this law. More than anybody else, I am the one excuse me, who will be on the radar for this law, right? We are coming to that, about 15 minutes, 10, 12 minutes perhaps. Third is maintain security. आप जब information आपकी custody में रखेंगे, whenever you are keeping that information in your custody, in your possession, ensure that it is maintained in a lock and key position, right? It should be secured. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई भी आपका associate या employee जाके उसे access कर पाता है या use कर सकता है या उसको draw करके अपने personal use के लिए he can utilize it. So make sure that this information is in a lock and key position, right? It is secured, and this security is also you have to intimate the board that मैंने इस particular information को इस type के ताले में लॉक करके रखा हुआ है. So that's a part of the compliance. That's a part of the yearly, monthly compliance that you have to do. तुमको हर बार सरकार को दिखाना पड़ेगा कि देखो महीने के अंत में या साल के अंत में कि ताला लगा हुआ है और चाबी मेरे पास है. So this activity will be kept. You will keep on doing it again and again to ensure that the information that is in your possession is kept in a secured manner. And notify the breaches. Now, cyber security. Now when we say notify the breaches, मतलब अब for example किसी का ताला टूट गया, ठीक है, अब तुमने secure करके रखा था एक अलमारी में उसे, and you realize that it was the lock could be broken. हो सकता है. WazirX जैसी इतनी बड़ी कंपनी भी हैक हुई थी. I mean there are so many hacking stories that we've read in the past 5 years. Now hacking is not impossible or a distant dream. It's right at our doorstep, right? So we cannot shy away from that fact. But now what this law mandates is, the moment you notice that there has been a breach, there's a duty, there's an obligation casted on you that you have to take certain steps quickly. आपको पहले 24 घंटे में कुछ करना है, आपको अगले 72 घंटे में कुछ करना है, आपको 30 दिन में कुछ करना है. So there are certain quick response compliances that you have to do the moment you notice a particular breach. We will be discussing that in the next 5-7 minutes. Consent. Now, I request a little bit of attention here, because this is like the first step that you all will be taking to ensure that you are primarily and fundamentally compliant with the DPDPA Act. Now, when I speak of consent, I speak of a particular document. It may be a hard document, it can be a e-document, it can be of any sorts. Lekin you have to ensure that A, there is absolute accuracy in terms of the questions that you are posing to your customer or your client. And second, the fact that you will be storing it in a particular manner has to be disclosed in the consent. Now, there's this life cycle of valid consent, right, which we have prepared. First of all, there should be a clear notice. आप आपके क्लाइंट को बताइए कि मैं इस कारण की वजह से आपको ये सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ एंड आपने दी गई इन्फॉर्मेशन इस रीज़न की वजह से इतने दिनों तक या इतने सालों तक मेरे पास सिक्योर्ड सिस्टम में रिटेन की जाएगी. दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट थिंग. सेकेंड, you ensure that it is an affirmative action by the data principal. Now, affirmative action मतलब data principal तुम्हें खुद बोल रहा है कि हाँ मैं ये तुम्हें देना चाहता हूँ. तो आपका जो consent form होगा वो इस तरह से बनाया जाएगा या इस तरह से drafted होना चाहिए जहाँ पे it should not be so that you are bullying the customer कि तुम मुझे ये information, जैसे आजकल के ये apps करते हैं कि तुम मुझे OTP दो नहीं तो हम तुमको वो app use नहीं करने देंगे. Right? It should not be so. It should be that there is an affirmative action by the user or by the data principal that हाँ मैं तुम्हें ये information दे रहा हूँ क्योंकि तुमने मुझे बताया है कि ये information किस चीज़ के लिए तुम use करने वाले हो. Right? Withdrawal option. There should be an option granted. For example, अब जैसे मिंत्रा का ही हम example लेते हैं. आपने वहाँ से जो ऑर्डर करना था आपने कर दिया, ठीक है. अब वो इन्फॉर्मेशन, वो ऐप आप यूज़ ही नहीं करते हो. कितने सारे ऐसे ऐप्स हैं हम डाउनलोड करते हैं, हमको लगता है कि नहीं यार पसंद नहीं आया, हम छोड़ देते हैं, उसको फ़ोन से डिलीट कर देते हैं. हमारे फ़ोन से भले ही वो ऐप डिलीट हो गया है, लेकिन वो ऐप से हम डिलीट हुए हैं क्या? द आंसर टू दैट इज़ नो. The app still continues to retain all the information that I had provided to that application or to that website, right? Now, this is an issue that the law tries to address. I, as the data principal, should have and will have the necessary authority to tell the data fiduciary, boss, I am not going to use your app anymore. You please immediately delete the information that I had given you. Isn't this remarkable? I think this is the most beautiful part of the law. I, as a user, am in complete control of all the information that I have provided, that I have offered, that I have submitted with the data fiduciary. And when I'm in control, I can tell the data fiduciary, boss, खेल खत्म, data delete करो, मेरा information delete करो, because I'm no more going to use the information. In fact, I can also tell the app that you delete the information, despite I being using that app, you delete the information and then the app or the system. Now, consider yourself as that application. Again and again, मैं application का example इसलिए दे रहा हूँ क्योंकि आप सबके phone में वो है. But imagine yourself or your organization, your company to be that application. There is no, the law does not distinguish between a regular organization and a mere application. It treats both these entities at the same parallels, right? So whenever I say app, I'm also hinting at your organization. So now when the user says, I want to continue using the app or I want to continue using your services, but delete my information, you will be compelled, obligated to delete that information, but you have the right to say, if you are asking me to delete the information, you will not be able to use my services henceforth. Lekin, the data principal has all the authority to ask you to delete the information. Always bear this in mind. And last one is record keeping. You should always tell the data principal कि मैं अगले 6 महीने के लिए, 1 साल के लिए, 10 साल के लिए वो information retain करने वाला हूँ. In fact, the data principal also has the authority to come and tell you that आपने जो information store करी है वो गलत है, उसको change करो, right? Now, exceptions, lawful use without consent, I think we've discussed that this thing at length. Rights. Now, ये 4 rights हमने अभी discuss किए हैं. We will just elaborate on this a little bit. Empowering the data principal. So, data principal focused law है ये. Right to access. क्या आपके जो भी आपने information secured रखी है, can the data principal access it? The answer to that is yes. It can ask for an inspection of the audit room. It can ask for an inspection of the secured information that is there in your possession. Right to erasure. हमने अभी discuss किया. I, as a data principal, can tell the app, I can tell the organization, I can tell the company, please delete the information. Right of grievance. Now this is an interesting right that has been granted under the law. It says, अगर ऐसी किसी organization के साथ, I as a data principal, if I have some grievances क्या हो सकते हैं? मैंने उनको कहा तुम data delete करो, तुमने data delete नहीं किया. Example 1. मैंने उनको कहा कि तुम data change करो, amend करो, alter करो, उन्होंने नहीं किया. मैंने उनको कहा कि तुम data store एक विशिष्ट तरीके से करो, लेकिन उन्होंने उस तरीके से नहीं किया. ये सारे जो grievances हैं, क्या ये grievances को address आज किया जाता है? The answer to that is no. Before this law came into play, there was no such mechanism where a data principal could establish his or her grievance and get a resolution to it. But by way of this law, there is a clear-cut pathway laid down where I as a data principal will be able to express my grievance and get a relief against it. Now, right to erasure, delete the data within 1 month, right of grievance, I think this can be skipped. In terms of security, ये बड़ा interesting मामला है. Let's say there is a breach, right? आपका जो security room, yeah, please. हाँ. Yep. So CRM data जो आप store करके रखे हैं, that is well within the definitions of the fiduciary responsibilities that you have. For example, आप अगर CRM data आपके clients का maintain कर रहे हो, तो that is in fact the whole gold mine. For excellent question. Your data as in your personal data, your client's data. So, yes, so in that case, you will be responsible and the data processor will be responsible. Both of you guys will be responsible. I think you've hit a beautiful point. May I know your name, sir? Shishir. Thank you, Shishir. अब ये एक और aspect मुझे लगता है कि I don't know why it skipped my mind. लेकिन you are a data fiduciary, right? Then there is a data processor, right? Now, for the client or for the customer, you are the face of the organization. You are the more than organization, you are the face of the transaction. आप उसे cloud पे कैसे store कर रहे हो is irrelevant for the particular user. Fair? Now, if there's a lawsuit tomorrow, the lawsuit will be filed against Shishir and not against the cloud. Why? Because for me as a user, you are the one who has an obligation to maintain the security in a conducive position, in a conducive atmosphere. What you can do is, as a service provider, you should be in a position to sue the cloud, just like a back-to-back suit, right? Back-to-back suit, कि मेरे customer ने बोला कि 100 रुपए मुझसे मांगे हैं as a compensation, अब तुम मुझे 110 रुपए दो because you failed. And because you failed, my customer has initiated a lawsuit against me. But my friend, to do that, the first thing that you need to have is you need to have a structured, robust arrangement with the data processor. अगर आप दोनों के बीच में एक love letter नहीं हुआ है पहले, तो वो responsibility पूरी की पूरी आपके ऊपर आ जाएगी, because for the customer and for the end user, you are the face of the transaction. So as much important it is for you to have the undertakings and the consents with the user, it is equally important and crucial for you to have the right kind of arrangement and instruments with the data processor. No, before you start the transaction, you need to have those clauses in the agreements that you incorporate. Data protection, for example, बहुत ही practically मैं आपको बताता हूँ, तो आप किसी cloud service के साथ engage हो रहे हो, right? एक बहुत ही rudimentary सा transaction ये हो सकता है कि आप किसी किस्म का agreement sign ही नहीं कर रहे हो, ठीक है? And to be very honest, Shishir, I'm not talking about those kind of transactions at all, right? I'm talking about transactions जहाँ पे आप कुछ agreement sign तो करते हो, लेकिन वो एक insufficient, ineffective agreement है. With all certainty, it would be a product of ChatGPT perhaps, right? Now, उसमें, उस agreement में, if there is no mention of a clause pertaining to DPDP, in your situation, you will be facing the lawsuit and you will not be able to do anything. इसको legal भाषा में indemnity कहते हैं. I think a few of us may be aware of it. Indemnity matlab you are seeking an indemnity from the data processor कि अगर उनके क्लाउड के फंक्शनिंग की वजह से, मिसफंक्शनिंग की वजह से, if there is some leakage or there is some breach of the information of this customer, then that particular data processor will compensate you for that. अगर ये clause आपके agreement में नहीं है ना मेरे भाई, तो you are going to face the brunt, right? Yes, that is. Yes. And whenever you are using, now Azure, I think couple of people may be using that. Or there are बहुत सारे ऐसे solutions हैं, you guys are experts in it. लेकिन whenever you are entering into an arrangement with any cloud service provider, you need to ensure at least these clauses are there in place. They should be having, but the law doesn't the act doesn't mandate. It gives you a protection if the clause is there in the agreement. लॉ ये नहीं बोल रहा है कि आपके अग्रीमेंट में ये क्लॉज होना ही चाहिए, लेकिन इट्स योर डिलिजेंस दैट यू नीड टू हैव एवरी टाइम यू आर गेटिंग इनटू अ ट्रांजैक्शन लाइक दिस. Right. So when we speak of breach, I'm sorry?
Usually these AWS and Azure, they have an online form, and where when we set up a server or something, they get the consent from us, right?
I think we are talking about two different things, my friend. What you are referring to is the consent from you as a service provider. You are using it for yourself or you are using it for the clients? For the clients, correct. So now, first of all, ये जो consents की आप बात कर रहे हो ना, those consents are not indemnities under the DPDPA Act. Those may be some other kind of consents. I am not aware of what consents are you referring to, but I am quite sure क्योंकि DPDP Act के अंडर जो indemnities की requirement है, वो requirement अभी ये लोग कर भी नहीं रहे हैं because this is not fully notified. So in all practical sense, आप जो consent click कर रहे हो वो ये नहीं है. लेकिन हाँ, sorry, one second. लेकिन moving forward, more particularly after May 2027, आप see अब some big company like AWS या अदर भी जो भी और भी कंपनीज हैं, वो लोग शायद अपने अग्रीमेंट में ये इंक्लूड कर भी ले. आई एम नॉट श्योर बिकॉज इट्स लाइक प्रिडिक्टिंग समथिंग दैट इज गोइंग टू हैपन आफ्टर couple of months. लेकिन इट इज़ प्रूडेंट ऑन योर पार्ट टू इंसिस्ट कि ऐसा क्लॉज आपके अग्रीमेंट में होना चाहिए. एक और प्रैक्टिकल डिफिकल्टी क्या आ सकती है कि एक बड़ी कंपनी के साथ अगर आप कोई इंस्ट्रूमेंट साइन कर रहे हो तो यू डोंट एग्जैक्टली सिट on a table to negotiate the clauses with them. It's usually a very one-sided kind of an agreement. No problem. If the clause for indemnity is absent in that agreement, it is important कि when you are exchanging that agreement, वो तो email पे आप exchange कर रहे हो, तो okay. If it is not been exchanged, it is been entered into on a particular portal, there must be some email ID that you must be coordinating or interacting with. No, that is fine. What I'm saying is कि जैसे एक ABC कंपनी है, उसके पोर्टल पे आपने I agree करके क्लिक किया, you click the button save or you click the button accept and submit, right? But that company, that organization must be having some email ID, some correspondence, some support email ID. Unless there is a mandate, unless there is some clarifying regulation, it is my request that whenever you click a button like that, thereafter send an email that this particular clause I could not amend it because it was a one-sided agreement and I am not agreeable to this. I am whatever your indemnity clause, you reproduce it and send it across. From your side you have done that diligence. From your side that action is done. I know this is a very rudimentary way of dealing with it, but you can't help it, especially when there is a one-sided agreement being shoved down your throat. वहाँ पे आप इस सिचुएशन में हो कि अगर वो अग्रीमेंट आपने एक्सेप्ट नहीं करा तो वो आपको प्रोडक्ट वो मिलेगा ही नहीं. करेक्ट? दैट्स वेरी टिपिकल वे ऑफ शविंग डाउन एन अग्रीमेंट. आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग some sort of relief for such agreements in the subsequent regulations. But yes, this is a practical workaround that you can explore. जी. Yeah. यूरोपियन यूनियन में तो है ही, मतलब दैट इज देयर, या GDPR इज देयर एंड दैट्स मोर ड्रैकोनियन एक्चुअली, वो इंडियन इससे ज़्यादा ही है. कमिंग बैक टू द ब्रीच पार्ट, 72 आवर्स का जो ब्रैकेट है वो बड़ा क्रूशल होता है. सबसे पहले तो आप ब्रीच डिटेक्ट करते हो, ठीक है. सो आपका ब्रीच डिटेक्ट हुआ. ब्रीच व्हेन आई से इज ब्रीच ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन. आई एम सॉरी, यू आर आस्किंग समथिंग. जी. थोड़ा सा आप उसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे. जी जी जी. करेक्ट 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 करेक्ट. जी 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 जी. Precisely. Okay. I'm not aware of this. Okay. Understood. Understood. जी 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 जी. हाँ हाँ. हम्म. I think it was just last year, perhaps. Very recent. Ah, okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. जी जी जी. Of course. In fact, I'm sorry, name? Kiran ji. Kiran ji, if you could probably give me 7 to 8 minutes, perhaps. I think I've tried to address this at the end of the journey. What I'm suggesting here, Kiran ji, is this may sound a little more complicated than it is, but it is not. The whole premise of this law is based on 3 things, as I understand of it. जो आप इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, जिससे कर रहे हैं, उसे ये बताना ज़रूरी है कि आप एक तो इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट कर रहे हो, दूसरा आप वो क्यों कर रहे हो, और तीसरा आप उसे रखने कहाँ वाले हो. ये 3 चीज़ें आपने कम्युनिकेट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट पॉइंट. सेकेंड पॉइंट इज़ whenever you are keeping it or retaining it, you have to ensure that it is your responsibility, and I'm right now speaking only of the data fiduciaries. It is your responsibility how and where you store it. And third leg of the discussion or of the act is that as a data fiduciary, if there is some gadbad that happens, some data leak, data breach, you have to proactively take certain steps. इतना ही है, मतलब इसमें और कुछ जो भी है बाकी सब जागन है, ठीक है, इट्स जस्ट फलसफा. लेकिन what is the real essence of this act is it can be broken down in these 3 factors. Because the whole point of having this act in the first place was because or for the reason that जो data ट्रांसपायर हो रहा है या फ्लो हो रहा है फ्रॉम द डेटा प्रिंसिपल टू द डेटा फिड्यूशरी, दैट वाज अनरेगुलेटेड. हमारा जो पुराना लॉ था IT एक्ट, इट वाज नॉट कॉम्पिटेंट टू डील विथ दिस फ्लो. सो दिस फ्लो इज व्हाट इज अंडर द फोकस, दिस फ्लो इज अंडर द रेडार ऑफ दिस लॉ. अब इसको किया कैसे जाए, इस सवाल का जवाब मुझे आप सिर्फ 5 मिनट दीजिए. आई हैव एड्रेस्ड इट इन अ वेरी सिंप्लिसिटर मैनर. breach, the moment you detect that breach, you have to identify कि ये breach कहाँ हुआ है, कौन से chain में हुआ है या कौन से sequence, कौन से stage में हुआ है. You have to assess the impact कि उसका volume या उसका scope कितना है, what is the severity of it. Then you have to intimate that you have to report to the data protection board. एक board establish किया गया है. उस board को बताना पड़ेगा कि मैं ये company हूँ, ये मेरा DP number है, and this is the data that I had stored, and for whatever reason there has been a breach. So proactively you have intimated, and then you have to do some sort of remedy. या तो आप उसे रिपेयर कीजिएगा, या जो वल्नरेबिलिटी है या जो प्लग लीक हुआ है उसे प्लग कर दीजिएगा, टेक्निकल जो भी टेक्निकली आप कर सकते हो. लेकिन बिफोर यू स्टार्ट रेमीडिंग इट यू हैव टू इंटीमेट इट टू द बोर्ड. इट इज़ लाइक अ कंप्लायंस, जैसे हम ईयरली कंप्लायंस करते हैं कंपनीज के, राइट? सो बेयर दैट इन माइंड. सो दिस इज मोर ऑफ कंप्लायंस ओरिएंटेड, दिस स्लाइड, सो दैट यू आर अवेयर कि आपके नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होनी चाहिए. फर्स्ट इज डिटेक्ट, second is assessment, third is intimate, and fourth is remedial. Accountability and the role of DPO, I will not get into this. Penalties. Now is the time when you should be frightened. Failure to prevent the data breach, right? Up to 250 crores. And this has nothing to do with the turnover, right? Failure to notify the board. जहाँ पे हमने एक पढ़ा, point number 3, legal notification, right? Mandatory reporting to the data protection board and affected users. Failure to do that would be up to 200 crores. Failure to breach of duties by the data principal, up to 10,000 crores. Data principal की कुछ duties होती हैं, वो again, I'm not getting into it because that's a very insignificant part of the discussion. Non-fulfillment of SDF obligations. Now, SDF obligations is particularly, first of all, it's not defined, ठीक है, लेकिन significant size of companies जो हैं, right? अब जैसे Companies Act क्या कहता है कि एक particular turnover अगर आपके company का है, तो you should have a company secretary right inside your organization. Something similar. SDF is a significant organization which is currently undefined, but I am assuming that it will be on the basis of a turnover. So 100 crores, 200 crores आपका turnover है, तो आप SDF category में आते हैं, तब आपके compliances थोड़े से बढ़ जाते हैं, right? Non-fulfillment of SDF obligations which are prescribed under section 10 is up to 150 crores. But I don't think you need to focus too much on that. Focus on the first one, right? Why? Because that's the maximum penalty that can be imposed under this particular law. DPDP versus GDPR, sorry? Data principal. So duties of data principal, I think right now as a user, ठीक है, you have to be diligent, you have to be truthful in the information that you are providing. बहुत बार क्या होता है कि गलत information provide की जाती है. I don't know if you faced it, but a lot of trading companies or organizations face this. And because of that, the numbers that they rely on and the audits that are conducted, that gets affected. So इसीलिए आप देखेंगे तो उसकी जो penalty है वो भी बहुत कम है. DPDP versus GDPR, this is a basic comparison. Roadmap. Now, Kiranji, I think this is where I would appreciate your participation also. First of all, up at this stage, right, you got to be getting yourself prepared for the upcoming regulations that will be notified, and they will be completely, entirely notified by May 2027. तो उसको हम, how to prepare ourselves? First is gap assessment. Now, when we speak of gap assessment, I am saying that just go back to your organization on a particular Saturday, sit through and check कि आपने आपके सारे कस्टमर्स की जो इन्फॉर्मेशन मंगाई है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वो किस तरीके से मंगाई है. आपने व्हाट्सएप पे डिटेल्स किसी थर्ड पार्टी से उठाए हैं, या आपने किसी रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को हायर किया था और उस रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने आपको डेटा दिया है, या आप खुद नेटवर्किंग करके इंडिविजुअली 1-on-1 मिल के 5-10 साल में आपने वो नेटवर्क बनाया है. You have to do this is the first most elementary and basic exercise that you need to do. Second, when you, yes, you were saying something? Yeah. I'm coming to that. No, not source. Now, what I'm saying, now if somebody is giving you a visiting card, obviously that person himself is sharing that information with you, right? And for all possible reasons, that information would be there in his LinkedIn profile as well, or online presence or website also. So that is not the information that we are, again, I think one thing let me clarify. Information pertaining to email ID, information pertaining to phone number, information pertaining to address is a very rudimentary kind of information that you will be collecting, right? But there are more other kinds of information which are not available elsewhere easily. And that is the information that we are relying on, that is the information that we are concerned about, right? It can be photographs, right? Personal, yeah, it can be photographs. It can be यहाँ पे Nisarg bhai is into lighting, right? So the design of, layout of the house, of the office, of the building. Now this is not something that you print on a visiting card, right? So you were saying something, sorry. Now, Aadhaar number, yes, Aadhaar number correct, but PAN number is not a personal document anymore. So it can be accessed. Matlab income tax ki website bhi, if you are aware how to use it, it can be accessed on the income tax website. Customized data, as sir has rightly pointed out, personal data. Anything that is dealing with, for example, Mr. A is a married person with 2 children. Lekin uske information mein, right, uske category mein, now you have stored the information about his 2 children, their age, this gentleman's age, his address, his food patterns, or his consumption patterns, or his, jaise Nisarg bhai is into lighting or home automation, right? The patterns of a particular building, for example, कि जहाँ पे let's say 1500 offices हैं और हर एक office का आप एक particular layout आप store करते जा रहे हो, and then you get to understand the usage and the pattern of all 1500 offices that are there in the building. Now that is the personal data that he is under the possession, that is under his possession. It doesn't mean कि वो 1500 offices का zip code या postal address, that doesn't constitute. मैं एक example के तौर पे आपको ये दे रहा था so that we are able to relate to what the level at which we are collecting information. Now coming to Kiran ji's query, and I think your query as well, Shashank. Sorry, Shishir, I'm sorry. Now visiting card जैसी जो basic information है, we are not discussing that. Right? What we are discussing is the user patterns, or we are discussing the okay, usage. No, okay. I think. No, again, one more thing is. That's fine if they are giving the information on an email. Lekin any information, let me break it down like this. Any information which you can utilize to better your business with the client would qualify as a, this is not a legal definition. ये खाली अपने रूम के लिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ जितना मेरे को समझ में आया है, right? हाँ. So, if that is the case, right, there can be a situation where you are collecting birthdays for sending a gift. That's clear-cut personal information. Well, then it is not. If it is available on public forum or any kind of social media, then it is not qualifying. Lekin any such information that is not available anywhere, only you have it and you are using it to improve your business with that client, you are falling under the 4 corners of this act. So first of all, exercise is gap analysis. Second, consent manager. आपको दी गई information कि consent आपके पास है या नहीं, ये assess कीजिएगा. This consent can be anywhere. It can be on WhatsApp, it can be on email, it can be on your portal. I don't know if you guys have portals or something where you keep the data of all your clients. Lekin there should be a consent. In absence of a consent,
on website, when you make to the contact form, okay, the form generator, like
G.
they ask you put your terms and condition and privacy policy.
Perfect.
Now, privacy policy, there are portals who generate those privacy policies, and it keeps on updating as per the latest rules.
G.
So you have to subscribe to that.
G.
So all that is very mandatory.
G.
Otherwise, I can go myself and put your data and say
Exactly.
you did that job.
G.
It's very important.
I think if it's there, Kiranji, then I don't think you need to worry about it. I am assuming that it is not there. Score अच्छा चल रहा है, I think. What's the score, my brothers? Sorry. Got it, huh? Got it, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Understood, understood. If that is the case, Kiranji, I think we are in safe hands. That's the case, then we are in safe hands.
Website where it is hosted, it should be very safe. It should not be hacked. Otherwise, then again, as you said, we are the fiduciary.
That is there, and another important thing is, the privacy policy should not be a copy paste of some, because many portals
it will
do that
from region to region, company to company. It is not copy paste.
Yeah.
So one has to be very, very careful, and there are so many things. I tell you, if
I think I'll just finish the presentation. Yes. My brothers out there are getting a little. Yes, ma'am. Please.
So there is lot of data exchange happening between different tools, right? Like through APIs also we change lot of data. So how to track that? Like there are payment gateway APIs, there are email sending APIs, there are WhatsApp APIs. Many APIs are involved whenever we develop a system.
Correct.
So how to trace that, like through which API also, and what things to take care of when we are dealing with those kind of different, because the data is being exchanged among all these different systems. Precisely. We need to be very clear that which.
I think, ma'am, we have addressed. Please take a seat. I'm feeling a little awkward. Ma'am, all these APIs or all these gateways or all these ancillary tools that we are referring to are all data processors, which means that every time you are engaging with a data processor, I think you were not there when this point was discussed. A data processor is a third-party tool that you engage with, that you interact with, so that you are providing a particular solution to your client, to your customer, right? So the way we have cloud systems, the way we have any other, अब जैसे algo tradings में algo softwares होते हैं, right? Or you have these third-party tools or AI tools that you use. All these constitute as data processors because the data that you are consuming or acquiring from your client, from your customer, is being transmitted to them, right? For whatever purpose that it is so. If it's for payment, then payment gateway. If it's for analysis, AI analytical, आपको कुछ report वगैरह चाहिए, तो for that. Point is, you need to ensure that आप जो agreement इनके साथ sign कर, even if you are clicking something, जब आप register करते हो किसी payment gateway के साथ, you sign an instrument. If you remember, you sign an instrument. That instrument should have a clause pertaining to this. My friend here had raised the same point, कि most of these tools have an automated agreement, right? You either click it and accept it or you just get out of it, right? You are not allowed to use the tool anymore. If that is the case, वैसे upon enforcement of these regulations ऐसा होगा नहीं. If you, to give you a very small example, but a very relevant example, ma'am. We all use a lot of delivery tools, right? Delivery apps. Flashback or go back to 2023. In 2023, when you used to open an app, आपको ये सवाल वो कभी नहीं पूछता था, use this data only this time, only for this app or forever. लेकिन आज जब आप खोलते हो तब वो पूछता है, am I correct? Now that means there were certain regulations, just allow me please, there were certain regulations that were amended which mandated these apps to prompt this question. Fair? Similarly, I am, and rather the entire community believes that upon complete notification of these regulations. ये जो आपकी दुविधा है कि मैं जब क्लिक करती हूँ किसी पेमेंट गेटवे के लिए तो मुझे क्लॉज नेगोशिएट करने को मिलता नहीं है, या आई एम नॉट एबल टू, that's your concern, correct? You will be given an option in the times to come whether you are whether you are DPDP compliant and whether they are DPDP compliant or not. Matlab, when that agreement you will be clicking in, there will be a clause that XYZ company is DPDP compliant. The moment they are DPDP compliant, आपका पूरा का पूरा burden उन पे shift हो जाता है. You do not have to worry about it because the data is being transmitted through you to that payment gateway. As long as they are DPDP compliant, you don't have to worry about it. Fair? Very well. Sorry, you were saying something? Okay, I'll just conclude quickly. Gap assessment, consent manager, आपके vendors के साथ आपका जो transaction है, उसके जो agreements हैं, you have to vet it in line with the DPDP Act. Staff training, educate your staff in terms of maintaining the security, ensuring the security is continued. Scenario analysis, stop business risk, ransomware attack, insider leak. Ransomware attack is what we all know of. अलग अलग countries से ransomware attacks होते हैं. Insider leak is typically financial instruments में, financial companies में ये बहुत होता है जहाँ पे you see there is insider trading, there is leakage of confidential information. Cloud misconfiguring, I think you guys are all experts at it. I won't get into that. Closing remarks, DPDP Act marks a shift towards verified accountability. Prepare now and begin the gap assessment. So आज Thursday है, Saturday आराम से बैठिएगा, gap assessment शुरू कर दीजिएगा. Recap, that's about it. Question answers I think we've had. Just about us, we are a law firm based out of Mumbai and having our branch office in Delhi. We are a team of 9 lawyers in Mumbai, 3 in Delhi. Typically a corporate and techno-legal law firm, and we've been in practice since 2011 now. And technology and law, the intersection of technology and law has been my core interest for the longest time. I've been speaking about AI and adoption of AI in legal services. And that's about it. Thank you so much once again, genuinely. Avinash bhai, thank you so much for this grand opportunity. I think मैंने थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा extend कर दिया मेरा discussion, लेकिन I had a good time and thank you for the questions, Kiran bhai, and a lot of काफ़ी सारे लोग score देखने चले गए I think, but thank you so much guys, thank you so much.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Kurdukar. That was really nice and we needed this. So guys, his session was something simple. We need to wake up to the reality that customer data is now, whatever you have, you need to take steps to ensure that it does not leak. And second is you do not misuse it. There is a lot to this, but the message that is primarily there is that now no longer will you be able to misuse customer data, and this applies to, of course, to the biggest corporations of India. So thank you so much. With this, I conclude Tech Day 135. But before this, our 14th birthday falls on 16th March, which is a Monday. I'm guessing the event would be either on the weekend before or after. So keep yourself free. This would be a family event. We'll notify you by mail. So I guess the dinner is late. Thank you so much once again.